Alrighty. What is up? Hello, everybody. Welcome to another lovely KSL as we get into it here. Promise I turned the music on. Just happened to go silent right as I turned the other music off, too. Trigger, thank you so much for the raid. Greatly appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you in Atlanta. Hope we get to hang out. We have our bracket getting settled here. Just gonna give another minute or two to make sure everybody's checked in that wants to be checked in. We have quite a few people not checked in, and usually people are pretty good about this, so I want to make sure everybody's in that is supposed to be in. I'll let people show up. Shockingly, no hero signed up today. I'm blown away. I assume he's preparing to head to Atlanta for DreamHack and might just be not wanting to worry about things for the couple days beforehand. He's not the only one in this bracket usually that would be going, but I don't know, maybe some people have earlier flights or are a little more nervous before flights, want to make sure they have everything together. I get it. Thank you, Harrow. I appreciate it. But yeah, looks like we're going to have a very small bracket today. Just enough people where hopefully we can pay 8 of them. Because we have quite a few people not checked in, unfortunately. It's already a small bracket with 14 people signed up, but then 4 of them are not checked in. Fortunately, a few of the very good players are, so at the very least, our round of 4 and finals should be good. Dang. Apparently we're over 20K into Korean StarCraft with the KSL plus the SummerSlam. That is pretty sick. Did I check if the airline has a para? What's a para what for your dragon? Like, what's a para? Oh shit! You got me, boys! Parody's nuts! Fuck! That was a good one. That was a good one. Honestly, if I could see the screen, you would have gotten me for sure. I had to like squint and look at it away from the microphone. You would have legit got me though, for sure. But I decided to let you have it anyways, because you know what, it was earned. It was earned. Anytime I see one that I haven't seen yet, I haven't seen that spelling of para. I gotta let it happen. All right, well, I'm not seeing anybody show up who isn't already checked in, so I think we'll go ahead and let the bracket go. Do. Sup, Bruno? How's Mountain and West doing? Both excellent. Thank you very much. I hope the brew is doing well also. All right, our bracket's live. We're at 69 viewers. Things are looking good. We've got a couple of matches leading into the round of 8, and then a couple round of 8 matches just hot off the presses. Nightmare versus Cyan, and then Classic versus Coffee. Dark and Cure waiting for their respective opponents. I want to get into something other people aren't covering. So we have both our Daves here today. Steadfast and Dave Testa ready to go, raring to go. We've got Enki casting in Espanol. Canoia casting in Francais. And that's it for now. We'll see if people join in later on. We could get into one of the round of 16 matches. Part of me, though, kind of wants to get into, like, Classic versus Coffee. I feel like would be fun. Nightmare versus Cyan could be good, too. I don't know. Oh, don't know. I don't know Hup's opponent at all. Hupsaya is up against MT Game. Well, I could find nothing about, so I genuinely don't know who that is in the least. Long few weeks, but you're excited for Atlanta? So am I, dude. So am I. I'm stoked. Atlanta's going to be fantastic. Going to be really nice to see everybody. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I've interacted with a good number of new people in the community in the last year. When I went to Atlanta last year, I had basically taken like a 6-month hiatus before Atlanta. So I felt kind of distant from the community, but in the last year I've done a lot more with a lot more community members and really excited to see everybody again. This time I will be sober enough to remember. Well, will I be sober enough to remember? That's the real question. I'm excited for your dragon that we'll get to hang out again. There were a few people that I didn't get to see in Atlanta last year that I'm very sad about. You were one of them. We getting turned at the Margaritaville down the street from the event location. I do listen to Metal Tread. Not a ton. But a good amount. I don't know. I say not a ton, but like I guess it depends on how you classify metal. If we're talking about Lemmy, Motorhead, I feel like 80s metal is in, and therefore, yes, I listen to quite a bit of metal. For some people, it's not metal unless it's like deep cut black metal. Looking at you, A-Pop. Margaritaville has to be sad now that Jimmy's gone. Now it's a true celebration of the spirit of Jimmy Buffett. We have to do what Jimmy would do. What Jimmy would want us to do. When we're at Margaritaville, we put our feet up spiritually. We're at the beach mentally. And we are chilling and very drunk. Literally. That's what Jimmy would do. 6 to 7 marks, hell yeah. Triple no shows. You're up against Dark. You got this. Oh, Porphyrion, good or bad news. Triple is here. Yeah, so in Atlanta, the Margaritaville, it's one of the very few, like, there's not a lot of restaurants and bars and stuff too nearby the venue. Margaritaville is one of the ones that is. There's a bar across the street from it too. Those will be the two places that will be frequented, because they're open like reasonably late, have a good amount of seating, and have food available. Last year, we 2 nights in a row had about 80 people go to Margaritaville, not in a group, just spilling in a few at a time, mingling in their upstairs area. It's kind of insane. Shout out to the staff there for just like accepting all of us and not complaining about the fact that we were just showing up randomly. It started out as like 12 people. We had a table, and then like 10 more people showed up, and it just got insanely out of hand. And then the next night, pretty much the exact same thing happened. But they were so nice. The third night, we didn't go. And we were walking from one bar to a different bar. And we walked by the Margaritaville, and the one of the waitresses came out and saw us walk by, and I was like lagging behind everybody. And she came out and she was like, where were you guys tonight? We were waiting for you. We were all set up in case you guys came back again, because we had not made any reservation at all. But she was like so sincere, and they had just closed. So they were like cleaning up and stuff. I was so sweet. I was like, man, you guys are awesome. I'm sure they made bank. I kind of want to call like early next week and be like, hey, just FYI. Last year this happened. It might happen again. Just make sure your good people are on staff this weekend. All right. That's the night you crashed hard. Dude, I don't blame you. I don't know how I made it through Sunday night after being on like 4 hours of sleep, waking up for the pylon show to make sure that Tempo got there for the show and to like theoretically help set up, even though I did absolutely nothing. Good times. Good times and great oldies. We have ourselves a match. Oh, and somebody supporting Korean StarCraft, joining the KSL Patreon. Thank you so much, PCH, for joining us. Friendly reminder that this is a community-funded tournament that only happens because of the StarCraft community. Literally couldn't happen in other communities. Only this one's so sick. Truly legendary. But yes, we have our first match. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner of Site Delta, we have the red Terran player, Porphyrion, who, of course, we all know from Twitch chat, regularly keeps Liquipedias updated and is just all around a good chatter. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner, the opponent, the Barcode, who we know, based on their clan tag, is Triple. The Green Protoss. Little PvT to get us started here. Gonna be honest, I don't know how this is gonna go. I think I've only seen Triple against very high-level players. I also feel like I only ever see either of these players up against people who are just significantly better than them. So it's really hard to get a grasp of how they're going to be against each other. I don't really know their rankings or how they're going to match up. Triple plays on the Korean server. As far as I know, Porphyrion does not, but I could be wrong. So yeah, well, it'd be kind of interesting to see what happens in this TVP. Already Porphyrion starting out being annoying with this engineering bay block. Triple does not seem to care and is just going to go for the third. Now, Porphyrion could be expecting this. Has not scouted that third base, though. So it seems like not expecting this and might not be able to take advantage of it. One of the best ways to take advantage of this, the classic ways, is to go for Hellions and try to run Hellions into this very open base. The probes can also often be very exposed. Cyclones can work here as well. Porphyrion is set up to go for the reactor factory, which might be the play here. I'd kind of love to see that. It looks like the Reaper died after getting one probe kill. But really importantly, Porphyrion hasn't scouted that third. It doesn't really have much knowledge of what's going on at all. Sees the... Oh no, doesn't even see the Robo. Unfinished buildings do not have much vision. Is going to be double Cyclone. Let's see if Porphyrion surmises that there's a base here and sends them over, because this could be very, very dicey for Triple, who right now is not positioned to defend this at all. Does have a shield battery here, which can be very useful. But if the units aren't there, the Cyclones could potentially just kill the shield battery or just kill a few probes. Before the units get over there. So we're going for a Twilight Council. Again, not defending this at all, but I don't know if Porphyrion's going to recognize that there could be a base here, but as I say that, the A-click is right to this base. I think Porphyrion saw the lack of structures in the main earlier with the Reaper and has guessed correctly that there's a base here, is now confirming it, and these Cyclones can dive in. They're just going to go for some probes, and they will be able to kill these probes through that shield battery healing. If they lock onto the same one, only a couple probes getting killed here. Nice force field from Triple, actually blocks one of those Cyclones. There are two more Cyclones that could come over and be annoying at pressuring this. That shield battery is out of juice while there is an overcharge theoretically available. He has plenty of energy in the main. Still could be some damage done here. But with an Immortal out, this is much more dangerous for Porphyrion. Couple more gateways going down. Triple is trying to head into charge, and it looks like it might just be like charge lot Colossi? Maybe Disruptors? I don't know. Not my favorite composition in the world, but it's pretty strong against Terran, so kind of see why you might want to go for that. Meanwhile, Porphyrion continuing to build Cyclones, actually, going up to 5 Cyclones, despite losing one of them earlier. But is heading towards Bio off the back of this. Pretty passive game so far. I feel like I like this for Porphyrion theoretically a little bit better. The hard part is, if this game continues being this passive, and it feels like it might, The Protoss building up to like a death ball army and then just taking an A-move fight against the Terran usually works out much better for the Protoss. I find Terrans at a lower level, that is to say below Masters, tend to be a little bit more scared if they don't have a timing attack very specifically planned to hit the Protoss. They tend to be a bit more scared of fighting the Protoss at all, pushing into the Protoss at all. And the Protoss is able to just build this big old death ball with Immortals, Colossi, Disruptors, all sorts of good stuff. And the Terran really struggles against that. Also looks like a bit of a misclick here as an F2 brings Porphyrion's army to the middle, including that Liberator, which was meant to set up in the main base but didn't quite get there. However, it could be very useful in this fight. There is no blink. That Liberator sieging up here would actually be huge in this fight right now because Porphyrion's trying to dive in. But with two Colossi here, I mean, there is just not much that Porphyrion can do. A couple of Immortals as well, so the Marauders won't last very long. Stalker's warping into the main base as that Liberator was very much so spotted, and it was just queued up, so it goes down immediately. I do like that Porphyrion's trying to put some pressure on, but oof, gotta be so careful about this. Who's the barcode? The barcode is Triple. And if you don't know who Triple is, that's okay. Triple plays in some KSLs. I think plays in some of the ESL Open Cups. That's about it. That's about it. Porphyrion you might recognize from some of the Twitch chats. I know he hangs out here and in Steadfasts and Beowulfs and updates Wikipedias and things like that. What is must not miss stuff on DreamHack Day 1? Honestly, Bruno, I don't know. I don't know. Last year was the first DreamHack I went to where I really knew what was going on. So I was just bumbling around too. It's just nice to see everybody on day 1, I feel like. This is really nice for Porphyrion. The double Cyclone drop here. Needs to pick up and get out of there, though. Uh-oh. All right, this is no longer nice for Porphyrion. I liked it a lot with the Liberators hitting at the same time. The Liberator's a little bit late to the party, but Triple not reacting just yet. Oh, and that's going to be a good amount of probe damage here. 9, 10 workers. This will finally get cleaned up. Liberator not able to take down that Archon. But a lot of lost mining time. This is really nice. If these Cyclones had been picked up and now dropped back in, this would be so sick. But as we see, 12 workers going down. Also, Triple not been the best at building workers this game, only at 45. And Porphyrion up to 76. It's a really nice set of workers. Trying to push out, though. There's no medevacs with this. Okay, a couple medevacs coming over to help out. Oh, the big stim forward. Triple out of position, trying to deal with this Liberator, which somehow is still living up here. And the base goes down. Porphyrion pulting that base. Just bopping in, sniping it down, pulling back, and it's just going to leave. And that's such a good play. I love it so much. And this Liberator's still alive. A couple more Stalkers warping in. That'll probably be the end of it. But man, this has been fantastic for Porphyrion now. Now, I will say, still that same danger. Triple is at nearly 100 army supply right now, and it's pushing across the map. The army supplies are very similar. And if Porphyrion isn't in the correct position, and it looks like that might be the case, this army of Triple could just win the game. Porphyrion's not watching. Whoa. Gonna siege up the tanks very, very late. Does scan the high ground. Gonna try to drop these units back out to help out. Stalker's getting picked up in the prison, but the real problem here, these 3 Colossi just doing so much damage on the backside, and all of that bio goes down. Now, a lot of Triple's ground army is gone, but with the War Prism here, there's some fresh warp ins, and look at that army supply. Getting real worried for Porphyrion, who's up 40 workers. Gonna try to siege up these Liberators, but they're a little bit late to the siege up the bio, trying to stim forward, but oh no, the Colossi winning the fight. And just like that, from a winning position, Porphyrion's entire army just getting caught in the counterattack. This is the big danger. I hope this can be a learning lesson for any of you out there trying to learn some StarCraft. If you kill your opponent's economy, kill a base, kill a lot of workers, put them in a bad economic position, really their only recourse is going to be pushing across the map and attacking you. Triple's army was just as big as Porphyrion's. And while there was no economy to sustain it, that doesn't matter immediately. And Triple did the exactly correct thing and just moved across the map. That's really all you can do in that situation. Porphyryon, I think if he had been set up back at home with siege tanks and liberators and the bio ready to go, no chance that gets broken. Also, up a full upgrade, I think Porphyryon would have been just fine, but getting caught unsieged, units in medevacs, a bunch of army supply just off to the side, not part of the control group. Unfortunate there for Porphyryon, who I think played a fantastic game. Bumbling around sounds fun. So, Bruno, I don't know if you're getting there Thursday or Friday. I like to get there a day early because then I can kind of get my bearings in the city a little bit. So I'll be getting there Thursday and kind of just hang out with whoever's there early. It's going to be, 14th. So Thursday, same as me. So like, you just hang out with whoever's there early, you know, go grab a drink and grab some dinner. There's no stress about it. You just flew in, you can kind of get settled. But you get to see a few people. And then the next morning, you can kind of like hang with those people because you've already established this like, hey, I'm here, you're here. Let's hang out together more. And then at the event, you'll meet people. You'll see people you recognize. You can go say hi. People come want to say hi to you. And it's pretty cool. And then, I mean, there's always StarCraft to watch. I think one of the best things about the first day and even the second day at DreamHack is that there's so many games happening that you can just watch. You can see the player area and you can watch over their shoulder the games they're playing. You can sit down and watch it on the big screen, although the chairs are uncomfortable as hell, and it really kind of sucks to sit down for too long. But yeah, just mingling around, watching games of StarCraft, all that stuff. I didn't go into the bring your own computer section at all last year, and I want to do that this year. Go hang out with Sal and the other nerds bringing their own computers. But let's get into game 2 here. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Hard Lead, we have Porphyria, the Red Terran. And in the lower right-hand corner, in the light blue this time, playing Protoss, it's Triple. Another eBay block here, but the SCV goes down. Oh, no. Poor SCV. Last year, too, the casters were not on site. This year, the casters will be there. I don't know how that's going to change things. I assume that when they're not casting, some of them will want to kind of mill around. Some of them will just hang back in the green room. They're also, it said they were going to have a designated area where there'll be like meetups for players and casters. So you are trying to meet and greet some specific people. I think there'll be an area for that. I don't really know. But mostly it's just hanging out. And for me, a lot of the fun comes after the event is done. Going out, hanging with all the cool kids. A lot of people don't go out afterwards, but for me, I'm definitely a go out late at night kind of person. It's what I do in my regular day-to-day life. No, every day, Bruno. Every night. It gets kind of hectic because you spend all day inside with a bunch of nerds. usually only leaving to like grab food midday. And then like once it's over in the evening, going out with a bunch of people, I'm certainly just going to be going and hanging out at the local watering hole and seeing who else wants to go hang out. I know exactly where I'm going. All right, they sell triples. You've heard of a double, right? You get a cocktail, it's a double. This place sells triples, just like this player. I'm gonna bring my cup, my Park Bar cup. I'm ready to go. But it's gonna be cool. I mean, no matter what you decide to do. Last year, the first 2 days, I barely watched any StarCraft at all. I was just happy to see people, happy to hang out with people in real life that I really only see online. This year, I'll probably watch a bit more StarCraft. But we'll see. We also have other really exciting things this year, like Stormgate show match. And yeah, I don't know. I'm stoked. Stoked for the new RTS action as well. I think that's going to be Sunday morning. So that's going to be the hardest. Sunday morning, I think, is the hardest day to do things. Because you probably went out and partied hard on Friday and Saturday night and have just been doing stuff with people all day long for 2 days straight. And then Sunday morning, it's like, be there at 9 a.m. for the event. And you're like, 9 a.m.? Dude, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I haven't gone to sleep yet. What is happening? How am I supposed to be there at 9? And that's just the good times. Speaking of good times, Porphyrion, this is kind of sick. Hits with the Liberator on the back, drawing all of the units back, and comes in and gets 9 kills. Now, it looks like these Cyclones are going to go down, but they killed a Phoenix as well. I think this is well worth it. It is quite a bit of investment for Porphyrion, though. It's going to be 4 Cyclones and a Liberator. So, expenses-wise, that is technically better for triple, but it's very close, and with a lot of workers going down, I think Porphyrion should be happy with that. That being said, now he's got to defend this counterattack from triple. And triple's just going to hit. Oh, no SCV. Oh, the bunker needs a repair. It's too late. The SCVs were too late. And now they just have to A-move into this army while the Phoenixes lift these Cyclones and make them useless. And Porphyrion with an excellent start, trying to get into maybe too many barracks back at home. Just doesn't have the unit count to defend the immediate counterattack, and it feels so much like game one. Excellent harassment, nice little pressure, does some good damage, but then just isn't set up back at home to defend the kind of inevitable counter that comes when you sacrifice units for your opponent's economy. And triple just takes advantage of it. A moves across the map at the crucial moment. So triple gets the 2-0 victory and will be the one facing dark. GG Porphyrion, GG. It was interesting. That was actually, like, those were really good games. Genuinely, I think you guys are very closely matched. Speaking of booze, it's time for hot shocky and bourbon. Nice. Ooh, speaking of booze, tomorrow I'm going to be over at Neuro's place on his channel with A-Pop, and we're going to be drinking some whiskey. We are doing a whiskey tasting tomorrow, and I'm very excited for it. I have a list of all the whiskeys we have, and it's a lot, and we're going to get drunk. So tune into Neuro's channel tomorrow at around this time. We'll be on at this time. I think we'll be on earlier, but for sure, I think by this time we'll be on. Yeah, we're doing a whiskey tasting on stream. It was part of his one of his subathon goals. from his subathon last week. Or write something. Ragnar going to be creative. You'll love to see it. Porforian, you're absolutely right. You should have defended in game 1. You had him dead to rights. If you had just sieged up your tanks, your liberators, been ready with your bio to stim, I think it would have been golden. You were ahead on upgrades. You were up a base. You were up like 40 workers. Super chilling if you're able to just defend there. But got caught pants down. You know, it happens. It happens. I do think there's a correlation in game 1 and 2. You did a lot of economic damage, but lost some units, and then just weren't quite ready for the counterattack. Game 1 was a bit harsher, though. Game 1 was rough. I saw it coming. I saw the writing on the wall, and I was worried for you. Good games, though. But yeah, whiskey tasting tomorrow. We're going to start, as long as they follow my list, we're going to start with the good whiskey, single malt scotch, and we're going to move our way straight on down until we get to the absolute garbage whiskey. And believe me, I bought the worst whiskey I could think of. And if you're thinking of something, it's probably not it. You'll be ready. You'll see. You'll see. In the meantime, let's go ahead and cast some more StarCraft here. As we have our potential champion for the night. I think a high likelihood of getting to the finals, and honestly a pretty high likelihood of winning that finals. In the lower right-hand corner of Hard Lead, it is Dragon Kitesy. Is it dark? His opponent in the upper left-hand corner. Just saw him take down Porforion, but can he do it against the world champion? It's triple. I'm going to tell you guys a secret. The answer is no. He cannot. But that's okay. That is okay. Let's see. Dave is in this game. We're going to get Dave and call. That's what we're going to do. I haven't casted Dave in a minute. What's up, buddy? Good, man. I got to make sure chat can hear you. I know they can't hear you on my end, but we're gonna change that. Although it'd be kind of funny if I co-cast with you, but then just didn't put your volume on.
I'm sure that's happened to you. It's had to have happened to you in the past. It's definitely happened to me where I've casted with like Renegade or somebody, and they were non-existent in the VOD.
Yeah. I have different audio settings now. I like did the OBS thing where you split the audio by application. The only problem is for Discord, it's like really specific what Discord window you have open, so I have to change it every time I'm in a call with a different person.
Oh God, yeah, that's. I was wondering about that actually, and yeah, that's frustrating for sure.
As long as I remember to do it, it's not a problem. But
yeah, well, as long as you can hear me for now. Good to see it. How about this wall, by the way?
This, you know, I like this wall. This is the wall of a man who's confident Dark does not want to Bane bust him.
I know. I was just thinking of all players to do this against is Dark. I'm like, man, even Hero wouldn't do this, I'm pretty sure.
If Hero did this wall, he would immediately be prepared for like a Roach Ravager Queen rush, knowing that Dark was going to go for it. It'd be like baiting him into it.
Exactly. Somehow he'd fight it off with like an Adept, an Oracle, and like 2 Stalkers or some crazy nonsense.
That sounds about right. I'm missing Hero in this bracket today.
I know, I messaged him too.
I can only assume he's getting ready to go to Atlanta. We are getting pretty close to that. Some of the players might be flying out in the next couple days, so.
a troop. That's quite the trip for those guys.
Yeah, it's a long way, and if they're getting there early at all, you know.
And Chickenman, as we get into it, I wanted to let you know, you didn't see it. We have exceeded, technically, if you count Matcherino's SummerSlam, we are over $20,000 as a community.
That is awesome.
In the Korean StarCraft League. How do you feel about that being the bigger part of this as time went on than Dave? How do you feel about that?
I mean, you know, it's all the community, right? I'm just glad that we're here to facilitate the community's money going to the players. But that's so sick. I hadn't looked at how much we had put in, and that's awesome. It's a crazy number.
Yeah, because it clocked in my head today when I saw 38. I go, we're over $1,500 then just in the $400 weeklies. And then I thought about it. I'm like, well, we're over 20,000.
Yeah. Damn. That's cool, man. We did it.
Hell yeah. All right, so DTs.
Yeah.
And Dark is going to have a lair eventually, but what a hell of a timing. I think Dark sniffed this out too late.
Well, but there are spore crawlers around. Dark, he's a smart man.
Yeah.
And he's got some spores hanging around here. One of them finished up in the main just at the exact right time.
What I like is that how he uprooted and moved that spore down to the bottom of the ramp was 200 IQ because he potentially could have lost a couple roaches.
It was a perfect spot. I mean, and now Dark, like, he's defended, and when you just defend DTs like this, it's
not a wall.
Oh man, it's not a wall. Nice hot pickup for triple, but
triple. If he pulled the boys immediately, he would have lost like no workers right there, honestly.
I mean, 6 could be worse, but it could also be better. I mean, 7, it could be worse.
I mean, yeah, truthfully, I was thinking that, and he saved the Immortal. Actually, that's actually pretty big.
It is. I didn't expect that, but the Prism came in clutch.
I was about to say, if he gets his Ling run by in, wait, what is this man doing? He's chasing all these Lings with his Sentry and an Immortal. No!
Oh, Dark. Dark realizing this isn't Hero and is going to go for the kill, but doesn't even get the Sentry. Damn. All right, Triple.
Triple's playing a little bit like Hero. He's like sloppy Hero here.
It's a fancy control going on. And I mean, look at this. Look at this potential army we got going on here. There's 3 Immortals. 4th one on the way. We got Sentries. We've got Archons. It could be sick.
Yeah, this actually could be. It's a 2-base all in. It looks like 4 more gates dropping. Oh.
Here we go.
Oh, buddy, I love it.
I mean, listen, Dark's at double the army supply, but those are roaches, which, as we know, are bad. So,
yeah, I mean, it'd be a different story if it was like all charge lots or like resonating glaive adepts, but this is Immortal Archon charge lot. It's the boomer build.
It's a classic composition here. Look at this, Archon drop gonna kill an Overlord.
Oh my God, this is actually wild. He's not paying attention back home. He's not seeing the changeling, the army.
I am a real zealot. Look at me run around as a real zealot.
Even though I'm noticeably slower than your other zealots.
Oh, figured it out.
Yep.
His accent wasn't quite right.
Well played. His accent wasn't quite right. Nice. Chickenman, I just gotta say that picture was amazing. We'll talk about that later. Sorry.
No, that was a good one. That was a good one. You're right. I don't even know if I knew that picture existed.
Ravi wanted it.
All right, Triple's gonna go for it. I mean, listen, there are 5 Immortals here. I love the Zealot DT warping in the main to draw some units up here. But I don't know if it's gonna be enough, man. Dark has a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and he lost the warp prism. No, he didn't.
No, he's still got it. He's still got it. It's staying alive.
Yeah, this is a Zerg moment. Classic. We're 8 minutes in the game, and we're maxed out. Yeah, like 50-something workers. Not even the magic 66. This is dark for you.
Nope, Dark's like 53. That's good enough. I don't need full saturation. I don't need all my gases to build
Oh my God.
Roachling. Oh, he's going for the full surround. Oh, man.
I mean, in a world where every overseer died,
It's true. In that world, I mean, the overseers are getting low. I don't know that it's going to matter, though,
he's not
because the
thinking about
rest
it.
of
He
the
actually could've
army
killed them.
is fully dead. The
Yeah.
main base is in some trouble, I will say. Dark is losing drones right now. There's a lot of stuff in there. The problem is, if Dark kills the rest of this army, which he's about to, what is to stop Dark from running across the map and just moving triples base?
Yeah, and truthfully, it wasn't even that many drones. Hell, 5 drones. That was it, Chickenman.
Yeah. Triple's doing a great job at keeping himself in this game. The Zealot's now hitting the 3rd base, but they're clicked on the base where I feel like they might have just wanted to hit some drones. Dark clears them up. And now it is 4 army supply to 106. Dave, I don't know how good you are at math, but I think even we can tell that 106 is bigger than 4.
Oh, yeah. I mean, carry the 3, the second power. He looks dead.
Yeah. Absolutely dead. I love how the overseers are just late to the party. The DT's doing their best. But man, this one DT has a lot of work ahead of it. I don't think it's gonna happen.
No, I don't either. Force fields, an immortal, and a dream ain't gonna be enough.
Nope. No, you need a lot of dreams for this one. Unfortunately, Dream is a retired Terran player, and Dark is gonna take game 1.
Very true. Very true. Sorry for the scuff getting into this, but hey, man, we have had some exciting stuff.
Yeah,
It's been a minute since we've been in together, too.
it has been. It has been.
And
Also,
I'm even
pretty chill bracket today.
Yeah.
Sober
Little-
Dave. I was just telling my chat that tomorrow I'm not going to be sober. I'm going to Neuro's house, and we're going to do a whiskey tasting on his channel.
Oh, you did wine last time, didn't you?
Yes. We've done a wine and a beer, and now we're on to whiskey. So
Nice.
gonna be fun. Gonna
Oh,
get
heck yeah.
mildly drunk.
Right. The most I might do to loosen me up, probably because of how much I've drank, is maybe grab the 1 shot in my fridge.
There you go.
I don't usually. Actually, when I went out with Ahmed and Bruno, when they came to Utica, I had a Jack and Coke in your honor.
Oh damn. That is my drink of choice.
Mm-hmm. And though I'm gonna try to behave for a bit, I actually realized I'm not coming in. I should have went in Thursday, but I was trying to save a few bucks. So I have 1 night less in Atlanta. I'm gonna try to behave a bit, but I definitely want to have a couple of those Jack and Cokes with you, Chickenman.
You know, it's good to behave though. It's good to behave.
Yeah.
I also have definitely spent too much money in December already, but probably still going to be irresponsible in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah, no, I mean absolutely for the party time, but I'm just saying like I'm gonna watch it a little bit more during the days a bit. At least
Yeah,
until
during the
I
day is tough. The food in that venue is always so expensive.
Oh God, yeah. Oh man, the food. I made the mistake of buying drinks too. Like
Yeah, I think I bought like
$10
one,
beers.
and I was like, that's just not. It's not happening anymore.
Yeah.
I'll wait till I go to the bar down the street that sells triples.
Exactly. I even have a game plan. I'm actually gonna buy I'm gonna buy some beer before my room, and then I'm like, well, before we go out.
There you go, pre-game. Perfect.
You want to do the honors, sir?
All right, certainly. Spawning in the lower left-hand corner of Solaris in game 2. Dropping down an early pool because he's like, all right, let's go to the semis. It is Dragon Kites. He's dark.
And his opponent in the upper right, in the green, with another scuffed wall, it looks like. Oh my, what is he doing, man?
Oh no, dude.
It is triple. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh no, what is this? What is it? What are those? I mean, oh, is Dark in a proxy hatch too? He is.
Yeah, and I got to make a point. I don't like talking about this chat on both sides. I apologize. I had to pull yours up as well. I have you up, but Max Packs, the original Max Packs in Twitch, not to be confused with the player, is in my chat.
The original Max Packs, but not the player Max Packs. A different Max Packs.
Exactly.
I see. Oh, Dark. I love Dark so much.
Yeah. Dark. Doing dark things.
I feel like against any other, like, Korean pro player, they're just going to play out in a macro game. You know, kind of like game one of this, right? But Dark is like, 12 pool proxy hatch.
Yep.
Let's see how he handles it.
He's skilled, as the NA Zerg players tell me, especially when I gain MMR, there's always the cheeky guys that claim, they're like, oh, we're just skill checking you, bro.
I mean, this is a skill check. And unfortunately, I think Triple's going to fail this particular skill check.
Yeah, he doesn't have a chrono.
Yeah, another Zealot will get out before this pylon dies, but that is going to be the last thing built probably this whole game for Triple. As I feel like the Lings are just going to win this. The hatch is going to pop. There's more Lings on the way.
I hate to say it, but this is one of those cases a lot of people don't like it. But I almost wouldn't have hated a Forge response because of how he walls and stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded a Forge either. I actually think a Forge could be good against this for sure. But this is too little too late. Let's see if the Lings can finish it off or if Triple can hold on for a little while with these probes. Shield battery is done, but is it enough? Oh, there's a spine crawler on the way. Dark, you dirty man. It's disgusting.
Yeah, he pulled every worker. I can see maybe if he had like 3 shield batteries somehow, and like he needed another unit though, like an adept and a couple of shield batteries actually.
Yeah, adept, a stalker, 3 shield batteries, 2 more gates. Maybe an immortal. An immortal here would be really good.
I don't think 6 probes and a zealot are going to do it.
You know, I just don't think so. I mean, listen, Dark's only on 12 workers, but I think that's going to be enough. As the last of the probes go down, the zealot is going to bite the dust and Triple will tap out at 0 supply.
Not like this Dark doing him dirty, but maybe he's going to be like, Triple, man, you got to work on that wall.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, he's just trying to teach him. It's tough love. Nightmare watching this right now, taking notes. Okay, hold on. This is how not to wall against Dark. Gonna be very useful as they're playing each other next.
And Hero's probably watching on the sidelines going, I like this idea.
I'm gonna refill my drink real quick. You make sure they.
I'm gonna do the same. I'll tell them to hold on a second.
All right, I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Same here. Oop. Hola. So Dark versus Nightmare.
Dark versus Nightmare.
I had to go grab a Coke. If it was just me, I would have taken a minute and warmed up some coffee, but
Go for the canned caffeine instead.
Oh yeah.
I'm going for the energy drink right now. I'm on the
Nice.
Rockstar.
Rockstar. I gotta be doing Rogue Energy Drink. I partnered with that stuff, and I'm like, I didn't bought any. I had some.
Oh.
It's actually not bad, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
I was gonna do it for KSL fundraising, but I'm like,
Got to do it.
maybe I should. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do.
Shout out to Rogue
Try it
Energy.
out. Yeah.
Keeping the KSL going.
That would be nice if I actually do it. But I've just been kind of only so much you can do in a day is how I've been feeling lately. I don't know about you.
I totally get it. Completely understand.
I'm sure, yeah, you're a busy man.
Try not to overdo it.
Yeah. I say that and then I proceed to book the whole weekend for casting when I'm like, oh, I got to take care of some stuff before I'm going to take care of some odds and ends around the house and da before Atlanta. No, it's not happening. I'll make it happen somehow, Chicken Man. Are you doing any of the IEM stuff tomorrow?
No, nope. I'm like
Sad.
super busy all week.
Yeah, it's actually smart then, even if you weren't, because we have Atlanta coming up. Like I was just saying, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to work
gotcha.
from now until I leave, so
Off.
busy every day, and then I got a bunch of other stuff going on in the evenings. I mean, tomorrow I'm going to be whiskey tasting with Neuro and A-Pop, which will be a lot of fun. But Sunday I'm actually casting some of the OSC. They're doing a 24-hour thing, so I'll be casting.
Yeah,
that
I
in the
saw
evening.
that. Yeah, Eddie mentioned you were doing some, and I'm doing some earlier on before you. So we'll probably send everybody your way.
Nice.
I don't know what I'm doing. I said no shot. I'm doing the morning thing. I was like, I'm pretty sure Chicken Man's not going to be doing that, even if you didn't have work, because it's quite early for you.
Yeah.
The 2v2 thing.
Yeah, I don't know the schedule actually. I'm gonna have to look that up. See what I'm actually covering. Because I think it was like I'm available at this time. It's like, all right, how about 7 p.m. to midnight? It's like, all right, no problem.
Nice. Well, hopefully it all lines up for you on my end with it. If it's 7 p.m. for you too, I have no idea what I'm casting either, to be honest. But I did put
we'll figure it out.
I put a link in for that too, guys. If anybody has a few dollar dues, we want to boost the prize of the finals and help support OSC. I put ! finals. We have ! OSC because the KSL is a partner tournament, and Chicken Man and I are both partners of OSC.
Yeah. The first StarCraft I ever cast was with OSC. Many, many, many years ago.
Yeah. That's wild. I think I remember you say I wasn't on Twitch at the time, but I remember I think seeing that or hearing from you about that on your stream. That's cool. I didn't realize that it was your first. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was just, playing StarCraft, streaming StarCraft, and somebody came in and was like, hey, I need a co-caster. I'm casting some StarCraft like tomorrow or whatever. Do you want to join? I was like, hell yeah, dude. I'm so in. So yeah, very cool. Ended up casting that every week for a while, like a year or so. Cast on OSC pretty much every week.
Yeah. Dude, you used to really grind too. I remember like you were casting everything. Holy heck.
Yeah. I actually like super miss that. But it's like impossible to do unless you're full time. It's hard to cast that much when you're like working and trying to have some sort of a life.
Oh, we didn't miss them. Okay.
No. Dark likes to take a break in between matches. I'm kind of used to it at this point. We're gonna have like 10 minutes between matches.
It's fine, Let's see over there. Dark's probably fixing himself breakfast,
Right.
Next time he's gonna walk the dog. How's the cat doing, by the way? It's awfully cute.
Oh, he's great. He's a little
Heck
cutie
yeah.
patootie.
I'm so excited to actually hang out. I hope you know how it is in Atlanta. We just kind of all jelly around everywhere.
Yeah.
But I have a sneaky feeling we'll meet up again. But this year I'm a little more my normal self than last year.
I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really excited. Last year
I am
I had
too.
taken like a 6-month hiatus of StarCraft before going, so I was like felt kind of disconnected. But this year I've been more in it. Excited to see a lot of people there.
Yeah, and I was just in a funk. I was out of work. You know what I mean? I was like streaming all the time. I was not seeing people. It was a weird time for me. And I also never been there, so I was kind of feeding on panic and anxiety. But we made it, and it was still a good time. But normally, when you were like, Dave, let's go get lunch, it'd be like, I would have been a little more, relaxed, chipper. Oh, Caitlin's here. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
She's gonna probably bug us to cast. I guarantee it. If that's okay. Would you want to let Caitlin in with us, Chickenman? I know that's
3-person cast.
I know. What do you think? Because she's like, hi, fam.
Yeah, we could swap around a little bit.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Would you want to cast? I was enjoying casting with you. I miss you, buddy.
I know. It's been a while.
See, like we can't just go hang out like you and A-Pop and Neuro,
I know. You're too far away. You just got to move to Seattle. It's only
honestly
like 3 times as expensive here.
No, I know. I need to get a job that I probably could get.
You probably could get a job over here that paid a lot of money. This is kind of the place for it.
And yes, Bruno, just like you, panic and anxiety like you, yes. I have the same stuff.
Why don't you both move halfway and meet halfway and move to Montana? Now, if we move to Montana, that means Dave would come to Seattle. Come on, Fear Dragon. Get with it. I live in Seattle.
Caitlin request if you would cast with her first.
Yeah.
Chickenman. Not to cut off. Could you tell her? Maybe we could do something in the finals or something. We'll just explain, like, hey, Caitlin, But yeah, it's Caitlin. She's a sweetheart,
Absolutely. Yeah, well, I'll hit her up for the semis, and then maybe we can join up for an exciting 3-person finals.
Yeah. I know. You and I are on the same page. We've done it enough times. It's been fun, though, sometimes. Let's be real. I kind of miss Florencio. And the one time we had Bale, Wolf, Florencio, you and I that was pretty wild.
That was good times. All right.
And now, all right. I guess I'll check in a bit, bud.
Yeah. I'll see if I can get in touch with
I'm sorry. You can yell at me after about this, like, imagine
no,
us
okay.
being like,
I talked to her last week about it.
Yeah. I felt so bad. It was my fault. I was mad at chat. But yeah. All right, I'll see you in a bit, bud.
All right. Good to chat with you.
Sorry, buddy. You too. All right, brother.
All right. Let's see if we can get Caitlin on a call.
Hiya.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing.
Nothing? Nothing at all?
No.
All right. That's good.
Yeah. What?
Do you want to cast Dark versus Nightmare?
Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
We have to wait for them to start, but hopefully soon.
Okay.
How's your stream going so far?
I don't know. People always say, like, after, like, if I say hi to someone after I'm done streaming, they'll say, like, was it a good stream? Like, maybe? I don't I don't know. I just stream, you know.
I get you.
I just live off vibes.
It's just like the thing people say. It's, you know, it's like, hey, how are you doing today? And the
Oh yeah,
answer
I'm bad
is
at small
like,
talk in general.
yeah, it's just small talk. You can
Really,
just say
they're
whatever
not,
you want.
like-
You could be like, oh, it was the worst thing in the entire world.
They're not intensely interested in how my stream went. Are you sure?
Maybe some of them are. I assume
No.
most people just don't care about most things. That could just be me, though.
Oh, you're one of them. Okay. So do you? Oh, so you didn't care when you asked. I see. I see.
Listen,
It took me a-
I'm
it took
neither
me a
going to
second to figure it
confirm
out.
nor deny my caring.
I don't want anyone to time how long that took me.
We're just killing time until we can talk about StarCraft. That's what
It's a
really
strat.
matters.
Who's observing? What number?
I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, you can either hit 3 or 4. I feel like,
Mm.
but one of them's Dave and one of them's me. So, will it be good observing or will it be Dave observing? It's gonna be the question. All right.
Okay, I made my. We'll find out.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Alcyone, we have Dragon Kites Gaming's Dark.
Oh, such cute little buddies. You can do both.
No, you should do one.
Okay. Spawning in the bottom left corner, it's Nightmare. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
What? What is
Hey.
Dark just taking a gold base? I love it.
Did you take it at? Oh, he took it at 18. Maybe. Maybe he took it at 7. Did you take it at 17 or at 18?
I'm not sure. I feel like he just sends a drone out, and then whatever time it gets there, that's when he takes it.
So I used to think that that's what people were doing. Oh my god. It's like so precisely and perfectly done. It's insane.
Yeah, it really is. It's crazy how just being off by like one drone like that just ruins a build.
It would just feel gross also. It would feel really, really gross.
I appreciate that you're all about the vibes, like how it feels. Because that's exactly how I play StarCraft.
Whoa, I said I play life that way.
Well,
I didn't
that's
say
impressive.
I play StarCraft that way.
That's impressive.
I take StarCraft seriously. I don't really take life as serious as I should.
I mean, life and StarCraft they're very different things. You know, StarCraft you definitely need to take more seriously than life.
Yeah,
I'm
one
with
is
you on
definitely
that.
more important.
Yeah. And it's StarCraft.
I really like how Dark just sends the 5 drones to the gold because since he's taking the base on that side, he can't access a bunch of the mineral patches. Like there's 3 patches. Oh, there's only 2 patches. No, wait, there's one down further. No? Nope. Okay.
Yeah, I
No,
think
yeah,
he
there's just
can only go to 4 of them. So
4.
yeah.
Yeah, you can only access 4. So until the lings break that little rock, then you can access more. That's so cute.
I'm glad that he's doing that right away because otherwise these adepts would be really annoying.
Yeah,
over there.
otherwise, yeah, the attack potential from Protoss is crazy. Oh, that's a good point. Life is the medium through which one experiences StarCraft. Yeah. That's the only reason to keep experiencing life.
That's true. Also, life, he was kind of forced into retirement after match fixing, so clearly
who?
StarCraft is the more important thing. The player Life.
Oh, I don't know them. You mean Savior?
Well, no, but also pretty
Oh
much
my
the
God, am I
exact same
getting
thing.
them confused?
Just in
Oh my
StarCraft
God.
2.
Yeah.
The savior
Poor
of
Life.
life.
At least Savior was like older and not, yeah. Life story is so sad, but
It is.
So sad.
R.I.P. Killed Kespa. StarCraft has been dead ever
Yeah,
since.
true. Oh my god, it also probably killed that plane. Well, no, he swapped teams by then. Never mind.
Which one?
That like StarCraft 2 sponsored plane that had the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm surprised he's putting down the sport when he has 3 queens there. He must be planning on like moving them.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to queen walk. I mean, he's got this creep spread right here. Feels like a very dark thing to do. He's got roaches on the way. Those queens are walking.
I like it. Yeah, it's true. There were like a lot of queen walks that I used to do at the start of Legacy of the Void because of Dark.
He's a connoisseur of queen walks.
I say because of Dark, but now I'm not sure if he did them shortly after and if we were both inspired by someone else. I don't remember.
I actually remember hearing in an interview that he was watching your stream, and that's where he got the idea for the queen walks. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if you've done this exact one, but certainly, just in general, is inspired by your play.
Honestly, this is so insanely calculated with his units and with the queens. Also, it's really interesting that the queens have enough energy to transfuse, even though they can't transfuse off creep. Just the way this build is calculated is so cool.
Dark, I think, knew exactly what he was doing in this game, and he was expecting this response from Nightmare, and he was just ready to go. The third base did finish up, so Dark has to at least kill that. I don't know how hard he has to go on this stuff behind it.
This is pretty amazing. Wow. And now the queens are walking back home.
Yeah, they've done their job. They kept the oracles away from these ground units. Drones are on the way. The layers started up. Dark is happy with the damage he's getting.
Wow.
Oh, he's going to go in. Oh, man. Where are the force fields? They're kind of late to the party. There is an overcharge available on the shield batteries. Nightmare is just not using it. I don't know. This is too late. Oh, the shield battery was depowered. The Artosis pylon goes down. I think Nightmare is just dead.
No, Blink's almost done.
But he doesn't have a stalker.
Yeah, but Blink's almost done.
If only he had waited for Blink to finish, maybe he could have won that game.
Wow, Dark. Okay.
Yeah, the thing is, Dark didn't even have to kill him there. He just saw the opportunity to try and went for it, and it worked out beautifully. He was droning behind that. I think he was totally fine just killing the third, poking at the wall.
Yeah, I think so too, because I don't think Protoss had probes to saturate the third. Usually when Protoss has their third finished, then they have a bunch of probes to transfer to it. And that's why a Zerg being on 2 bases versus a Protoss being on 2 bases is not great. But I think it was fine there.
Yeah, I think Dark would have been happy if Nightmare had just held at that point, but I'm really surprised that Nightmare didn't hold at all. His shield battery overcharge was very late. His force fields were a little subpar. He must have been focusing somewhere else when that attack came in.
The shield battery you were talking about, was that on the one that had just finished, or?
Yeah, he waited to cast it on the one that finished, and then it got depowered immediately.
Was that game one? No, that was game 2, no?
No,
that was game 1.
That was game 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Game 2 coming up now. I don't know, man. I don't know if Nightmare is going to be able to stand up to him. I want to believe.
I want to believe so that it's back and forth with Dark ultimately coming out on top. But that's as far as that goes.
I mean that is, I think, the ideal scenario here. I'm gonna have to agree with you. But I don't know about him, man. Dark he's pretty good. He's spawned in the lower right hand corner of Oceanborn. Try to take the 2-0 victory.
With no games, but maybe making a comeback starting now, we have Nightmare in the top left.
Now I really don't know what number I am for the observing.
Is Nightmare sponsored by Matcherino?
He is, yeah.
Okay.
Nightmare is on Matcherino.
Yeah, I see the logo, but I just didn't see it in their name.
No, he's got it's like the MX clan tag. They have to
you're right. Yeah, I
get
just don't see
creative
it in
for
the. Right. Yeah.
Dark not
God,
taking a
Coop is
gold
so
base
cute.
this time, so
No. Do you think there'll be a gold base coming up though?
I don't think there's a
Do you
gold
think there'll
base
be a
on this
gold
map.
base
You know what?
coming up?
Dark's gonna find a gold base on this map, and he's gonna take it.
He'll like stack 2 hatcheries.
He's gonna put a hatch down in the middle of the map and be like, "What is he doing?" And then the gold minerals will just spawn next to it.
Rise up from the ground.
Like, hold on, that's not. That'd be kind of a cool mechanic. I don't know how that would work.
Surprise gold minerals rising up from nowhere. Are you
Yeah.
sure that would be cool, or do you think that would be intensely frustrating?
What is StarCraft's existence other than to be intensely frustrating?
Addictive.
Yeah, that's the real combo, isn't it? It's addictive and frustrating. So you just want to play more, no matter how annoyed you get.
If it wasn't, it would lose its classification as self-harm in the DSM.
That's true, and we couldn't have that.
No, I'd have to find some other way to inflict damage on myself.
Honestly, it might be healthier for you, although you might end up installing like Dota or something.
I was gonna say like League. What if I?
Well, that's
Yeah.
honestly that's even worse. At least Dota is
I guess
like a
it's kind of like-
respectable game.
It's kind of like smoking like 2 packs a day versus just straight up doing crack.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like StarCraft is crack because that's fun.
Right, of course. But then
Yeah.
League is like fentanyl or something, you know? Like you're
No,
not even
League-
getting the
League's
good
the-
stuff from crack.
Yeah, League's like 20 packs a day. Like it's not good for you and it's not fun.
Yeah. Just chain smoking.
Yeah.
You do look cool smoking cigarettes though. That's the trade-off.
I don't know. I don't think anyone looks cool running it down mid, other than Tyler 1. I think he's the only one.
Yeah. That's the hard thing there. League is definitely not cool, but cigarettes are cool.
Oh no, little guy. The adept got stuck and eaten up.
Damn.
I mean, it's not like it would have gone very far against Speedlings, but
Nightmare's trying to be fancy here. He's trying to be max packs. And it's just not quite
oh,
working
I
out for
see
him.
him with the 2 oracles. I see him as more of trying to be hero,
Yeah. So far,
looking
though,
for that opening.
not going the way he wants it to.
It's interesting that like the follow-up of Void Race has changed the Zerg alignment of bases. You know, like you can build bases in a triangle again instead of in a straight line because the threat of
Yeah.
Void Race bouncing around from base to base. It's not really there now.
That's true. That's true. Also, I
That,
feel like this
that
is...
Oracle looked for the gap, but it didn't really find it.
Yeah. I feel like this is kind of a Dark thing, too. He likes to attack. He likes to be aggressive, so that base being closer to his opponent usually works well for him. Because he can just push with roaches. Right from that base to his
So-
opponent.
Do you think that base, or do you think the middle right base would be better for pushing?
I think the one Dark has is
Yeah,
a bit better
'cause that's
just
the
because
highway.
it's so it's so straightforward.
Yeah.
Right? You just there's no question about where you're going.
Yeah, it's deceptive on the minimap.
It is, yeah.
Don't play maps blind like I do at the start of seasons, kids. Don't do that.
There's something fun about that, but I don't feel like I understand maps until I've cast at least a dozen games on them.
I don't understand maps until I've had a tank in an annoying spot 10 times, and I'm like, oh, why have I still not banned this map?
Did you see the one map that was supposed to be in this map pool initially? That had like
No, of course not. 'Cause I don't play maps until they're out. But tell me about it.
It had like a tank tower outside of the natural where you could fit 3 siege tanks on it. It was like a big pillar. It was so funny.
Wow, why didn't it get approved?
I don't know. I don't know. It really should have. Dark's about to Bane bust Nightmare.
Yeah, I noticed that too, but the Archons kind of worry me against the, Baneling.
Yeah, it turns out
Bane.
Archons and a shield battery are like really good against that.
Those Archons kind of came up right at the exact correct time.
Yeah.
Because
really,
if the Archons hadn't been there to body block, those Banelings would have gone straight into the probes.
Yeah, I actually think Nightmare would have been fully dead if those 2 Archons didn't finish right then.
I think you might be right. Even with the nerf to the Banelings.
But now Dark is like not in a great spot. He's down in workers. His 4th base is done, but like his lair is super duper late.
Yeah, his 4th is done, but Protoss's 4th is starting. Protoss's tech is ahead. At least, is ground weapons Protoss's first upgrade?
Yeah, looks like it. Dark has
Okay.
+1 melee done, and +1 missile attacks on the way. So he's trying to get into like Roachling Bane. The problem is, if Dark's behind, he's actually ahead, and Nightmare has not taken advantage of his advantage at all. Right? He's just chilling back at home. I don't know. I feel
That
like
sounds like girl
Archon
math.
drop
If Dark's behind, he's ahead.
yeah. I mean, if you think about it, it makes.
Oh,
sense.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, don't think about it too much though, because otherwise it stops making sense.
Oh, unlike when it was making right.
Right. Yeah. You just have to think about it for a moment, and then it starts making sense, and then you stop thinking about it.
You're right, because now he is ahead. If he jumps on the, he's not. He's going for the counterattack, but he's actually running into the counterattack.
It's kind of awkward when your counterattack hits the counterattack.
It actually is, yeah, when your flanks hit each other.
I mean, Nightmare's army is still kind of better, but I feel like the longer this goes, Dark is just gonna have so much stuff. And now Nightmare needs to chill until he can get some splash damage out.
Dark's hitting the max right now. Of course, it's still on Lingroach Bane. I don't think he has any Ravagers.
No, who needs them?
No. Although that's not most of his army is at his it's at the counterattack. There it is. There we go.
Yeah, he's got a lot of army down
God,
there.
it's so cute.
But now Nightmare's trying to go in. He's got some zealots and a war prism.
Did Dark never see the 4th? He's really holding back,
Yeah.
I guess 'cause usually when you see those early Archons, you think an attack's coming. Archon charge lot.
Yeah, I think he might have been preparing for an attack, but Nightmare just never really came across. So now Dark's going to be forced to go in as he's hitting maxed. Storm's, though, going to be beautiful on this army, and I think there's going to be plenty here to push Dark back. Dark going to try to hit on the other side as well, but oh no, the stasis wards!
Oh no, they're buffeting it!
Baby, that is a lot of supply.
No, that was the absolute worst pathing that could happen.
Yeah. I mean, this is looking pretty good for Nightmare right now.
There were only 2 stasis wards, and it looked like they were going to do absolutely nothing, and then somehow they caught the entire flank.
Yeah, it's a lot of dead supply for Dark, who is down in workers right now against the Protoss.
Dark canceled ranged attack and then started it again?
Oh, he did. That's so weird.
So he's, okay, down in workers, down in upgrades, down in army supply. Like, he's not, but like, effective army supply. Do we have a word for that?
I usually just say he's up in army supply, but he has roaches. Kind of gets the point across. I mean, this link counterattack is really nice. It's killing a lot of stalkers. Nightmare.
Oh, that Immortal's not going to die, is it? No, that Immortal's not dying.
No, I mean, it's living up to its name. That was like 8 stalkers that died, though. It's kind of... I don't know
that
why
was 8 stalkers, but they're about to be replaced by more Archon Immortal, so I feel like it would have been in his favor to
you might be right.
Alive.
You might be right. Dark is like trying to get to a hive, but it's just starting now. And there is a mothership 2/3 of the way done for Nightmare. And I think he's just going to hit when that pops out.
All right. Another round of the Zerg Swarm.
Oh, all right.
Not so sure about going for it because he doesn't know that half of the army is on the creep, at the edge of the creep.
Yeah, that's kind of far away here. Nightmare only fighting with half of his army right now. The rest of it coming up to join.
Oh, wow.
But a lot of his stuff is going to go down. Oh my god, the probe's getting blasted by the Banelings. But now the problem for Dark is he just lost a lot of army supply to kill 22 workers. I feel like Nightmare can just push.
And his Remax wasn't... I don't think his Remax is what he wanted it to be.
He just doesn't really have the money for it. He hasn't had the economy to just throw away units like that. So he's trying to Remax.
I think he had the money for a faster Remax. I think he just didn't have the larva.
Oh, that could be a problem as well, yeah. Yeah, pretty low on larva. Nightmare being very patient, though. I thought for sure he was just going to go for the counterattack, but he's got his 5th base up, so he's just going to reprobe his 3rd. And I think start working on, like, carriers.
That attack was really interesting because it was so efficient for Dark. What is it? Control D? How do you see like resources versus resources lost?
Oh, L, yeah. And then if you do Shift L, it'll show you the exact breakdown of units.
Control L does nothing for me.
Just L. You just hit L or Shift L. Those will be the 2.
Is this total? Oh yeah. No, it's still heavily against Dark.
But I do think you're right. I feel like that one engagement was pretty good for him. It's hard to say. And now it's back to even workers. But there's 3 carriers about to pop for Nightmare, and Dark, as far as I know, doesn't have a single unit that shoots up other than his queens.
You know, Ravagers, they shoot down, but they hit up on the way down.
Hey, what goes up must come down, right?
Not the carriers, though.
No, probably not the carriers.
Probably not.
I mean, Dark's getting some damage done with these little run-bys, but I feel like it was a lot of Lings and Banes spent to kill some static defense. Nightmare trying
I almost feel like that extra base for Nightmare right now was kind of like a money dump. He was like, you know, I could just get a cottage in the Hamptons.
Never a bad blend. I mean, Dark killed his 5th, so maybe the cottage in the Hamptons was a bad plan.
Yeah, but what is one cottage in the Hamptons to someone as rich as Nightmare?
You know, you say that, but the property taxes in the Hamptons are insane.
Oh my god, I know. When I was doing my taxes, my household taxes this year, that I don't even know the name for like residential taxes actually. House tax? When I was doing my house tax this year?
Property tax.
Property, that's the one. Yeah. When I was doing my property tax this year, I noticed that. All of my Hampton residencies.
Yeah.
Through
It's
the
a real
roof.
problem in Long Island, you know. How is Dark still in this game? I feel like Dark should have died like 4 or 5 minutes ago. He's now killed a 5th. Okay, Nightmare is finally just going to F2 A move.
I think for Dark to die, Nightmare has to go across the halfway point of the map.
Yeah, he has 10 Archons. And he's just going to...
That's a couple.
He's just going to go. No, Nightmare, stop turning
The
around.
The mothership is actually a defensive unit.
It is. It's like a mothership core.
Yeah, it's like a mothership core.
Yeah.
Oh, the focused fire on the infestors. That's brutal.
The microbial shroud here out of Dark. Oh, is he gonna get a carrier? Oh my god, he got a carrier.
Oh, nice.
I don't know where that recall went to. I missed it. He killed one carrier. The other 2 are still alive.
Funny enough, so Dark is only like 25% behind now as opposed to 50% like he was before in resources. So if he could actually stall this game out some more, and if Nightmare continues to be afraid to commit fully with his entire army, then Dark could actually pull something off.
That's another dead carrier. I'm getting real worried for Nightmare here. I mean, Dark just doesn't have much, right? He's got like a bunch of Ravagers. That's about it.
Dark doesn't have much, but he has the ability to poke and prod, and more importantly, instill fear and Nightmare. Make him so afraid that he doesn't want to commit.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of working. These Ravager Vials are hitting. Nightmare is very,
Some of those Archon for a couple.
timid.
Yeah.
I do like the run-bys, though. Nightmare killing a lot of drones. Dark's economy is truly in the dump right now.
Oh, this is so back and forth. Oh, Archons are so deceiving because they can be almost dead, but a unit being almost dead doesn't mean it does any less damage.
Yeah, it's actually so close. Another storm comes in. These storms have been so clutch. I think Dark's just out of army, and Nightmare finally wins that game that I think he's been winning for about 10 minutes or so at that point.
Is that how long the game was?
It was a 17-minute game.
Yeah.
And I think since whatever that Baneling bust was that hit Archons, Nightmare was just ahead. He was just ahead that whole time. And now, it's 1-1. We have a game 3.
Nice.
It's exactly what we were hoping for.
Wow, so cool. Nightmare at that like 82 probe mark. Nightmare playing like a little Zerg guy.
That was that game got so much scrappier than it should have.
Do you think Nightmare was nervous with how he was moving his army and keeping the mothership at home?
For sure he was nervous. And I think he was expecting Dark to just try to like smash into him.
It kind of reminds me of so one time Julius Caesar won a battle just because his opponent Pompey thought that Caesar was tricking him. He thought Caesar was just showing a low army and wasn't actually weak. So he could have destroyed Caesar, but instead Caesar ended up killing him. This was after like the breakdown of the first triumvirate in ancient Rome. And that's kind of like how Nightmare was playing, you know? Like it was almost like he was sure Dark had something else.
So you're saying Dark is like Julius Caesar?
Yeah. So he might get the final stab here.
I kind of agree with that. I like that take. Solid take. He's so smart. You know, he is kind of like the Emperor.
Yeah. Caesar wasn't the emperor, but he was going to be if he hadn't died from old age.
Was it old age that Caesar died of?
Yeah, I don't, you know. No, he missed it.
I think, I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be getting my history mixed up here. Pretty sure Was old age the name of the knife?
The knife? I don't.
You know, it's probably not important. I
No,
think we should
probably
all
not.
live more like Caesar. Treat your friends like Caesar did, and they'll treat you like they treated Caesar.
Yeah. No, that's funny that you mentioned that because wow, this drone is way out there scouting around. Is it scouting or going for a proxy?
Ooh, that's definitely going for a proxy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was avoiding detection is what that guy was doing.
He's being a sneaky boy, that drone.
But yeah, so the guy who killed Caesar, you know, Brutus, that guy, Caesar didn't have him executed, even though Brutus was a part of, like, you know, Pompey attacking him and stuff. Brutus was a part of that and tried to kill him in the Civil War. But Caesar showed, whatever it's called when you're nice to people that tried to kill you. Yeah, mercy. Yeah, that one. And didn't kill him.
Well, he sure learned his lesson, didn't he?
Yeah.
So if somebody tries to kill you and you have the power to kill them, maybe what we've learned is you should.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe just that one time, you know.
Maybe just that. Maybe only if you're like a ruler of a, you know, empire.
Well, not the emperor yet.
Well, he wasn't quite the emperor.
No, soon though he was gonna be.
There you go.
If he hadn't died to old age.
They wanted to give him absolute power, and he was like, no. But
Dude, it is so annoying when Zerg does this because it's the worst when the hatchery gets up and then dies, and you would think that, you know, that money that Zerg spent is a win for you, but that creep being in the way from the hatchery, that's the most annoying part when you're playing Protoss and a Zerg does this to you.
well, and
But even just the Zerg
you just
delaying
had to pull
you
those
is so
probes
annoying.
too, so you're like not mining for
Yeah.
the whole time. And Dark
Stargate
knows
pretty
this.
much. Oh yeah.
He
Dark's
he
happy.
just wants to be annoying. That's it. That's all he wants to do.
Do you think it comes from a place of fun, like he's that annoying fun Zerg, or do you think it comes from a place of pettiness?
I think against Protoss it's pettiness, because usually the
Yeah,
Protoss is the one being annoying, right? There's like years of getting cannon rushed and pylon blocked in the natural. I feel like it's pettiness at this point.
When you take the amount of times that I have done an early attack to Protoss and you put it against the number of times that Protoss has done an early attack against me, I feel like, you know, when I do it to Protoss, they should be okay with it. But actually, their response to me doing an early attack, like what Dark just did,
Yeah.
they're very upset. Much
true.
more upset than I would expect for the situation. It's interesting.
Yeah. It's extra funny
look
when you
silly.
like cheese a cannon rusher, and then they get
Yeah.
they get really salty about it. And I'm
They
like,
call
listen,
you a cheeser. They say that's all you can do.
yeah. They're like, oh, you're trying to... It's just they're showing their insecurities.
Oh, they're projecting.
Yeah, yeah. Very
Oh.
common for Protosses. I don't know.
It's.
what
I mean,
is.
it is also just so annoying when someone does it to you. So, regardless if you do it all the time, it's.
It is. I mean,
The worst.
Listen, you have to respect it, though. You know, you got to respect the game. If you're gonna play the game, when you get outgamed, you have to just appreciate it.
Honestly, I'm not sure I'm really outgaming my opponent when I build a hatchery and they're natural.
No, that's 100% outgaming.
Oh, really? It was
Absolutely,
skill
yeah.
this whole time.
Yeah, that's skill for sure.
Oh.
Building
See,
your
there's
buildings in your opponent's base is always skill. If you win with that,
Oh.
that's the biggest skill you
I
can
thought
get.
I was just holding the mini map upside down and rotated by 90 degrees.
I mean, that's pretty good too. If you can do that, I mean, that's impressive.
Like that's how you get lost and end up in their base. Are there no probes coming out of that next? Nope. No, we were done with probes for a second.
Where? Oh,
We were just stuck at 13 probes. Maybe the pylon wasn't done. I don't think so though. Do your eyes not twitch when you see like workers 13 out of 16?
Well, I'm bad at StarCraft, so I'm gonna go with no. I kind of forget about workers after a certain point of the game.
One time I was like in a newspaper, and it was my face overlaid with one of my hatcheries. Actually, it was a layer, I think. But it said 17 out of 24, and I got made fun of for years and years for having that one extra drone.
Damn.
Yep. Ooh, where's that weapon going? Is that just in base? Yeah, it's in base. Oh, even more boring. So I got the third.
It does look like Nightmare is gonna go for like an Archon drop.
Oh man,
Or
Chicken
something?
Man! Wow.
Got a War Prism on the way.
Oh, maybe.
I feel like Dark's about to attack though. He's got +1 in roach speed on the way. I guess he's just chilling.
A little bit late on the drone pull.
Did that trigger on the drones that were already stasis?
The stasis?
Yeah, he built another one, and I feel like it just triggered on the same ones.
Oh, I missed that.
I don't really know.
I
what
only saw the
happened
4 or 5 that got hit the first time.
there. Yeah, and then I built another one, and then it just immediately triggered, and nothing got caught.
Oh, that's not fair.
Right? It feels unfair.
Interesting.
I feel like Dark's really ready for this push. He has so many roaches.
The
And
best unit. The best Zerg unit you can make.
I mean, they're pretty good. I mean, all right, they're terrible, but you can build a lot of them.
His creep is very tasty. Halfway into the map, I mean, there are no adepts to push anything back.
Yeah, it's giving him so much vision here, too, that Nightmare just can't find a way in it all. Dark was not greedy, didn't take a quick fourth.
I don't think all those Archons are going to be able to fit into that War Prism right there. I don't think any of those Archons are going to be able to fit into that War Prism anymore.
Dark deciding not to chase, but yeah, you're right. 3 Archons do not fit in a War Prism.
Oh.
Oh, but he can dodge the
There's a bit of a
shots. Or he can just lose 1 Archon. All right, well, sacrificial Archon.
Protect the Archon. Kind of funny how the Zealots got away by hiding in that top right corner.
Yeah,
Well,
they
Dargo
did.
kind of tried his spacing, so yeah, he went for the counter attack with the rest of his units that were popping.
Yeah, Nightmare,
And then
though,
they're
he's
gonna
got
meet up.
Stalkers and Immortals back at home with a shield battery. It's a good start to the hold. There's just so many roaches, though. The army supply is doubled here for Dark. He has a massive concave, and he is just going to try to smell. Oh, the stasis ward! Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen a stasis ward that big before.
This is the second time
How
that a
many
stasis ward
roaches
is
is that?
really hurting Dark.
That's so many roaches. That's like 20 roaches just chilling. All right, Dark gonna try to push on in again. Fancy War Prism Micro here from Nightmare. Are there enough roaches to overcome Immortal's shield batteries in a War Prism? I think there might be. I think there might be too much roach.
Truly showing why they continue to be the top of the Zerg food chain.
Yeah, and I mean these are Dark's favorite units. He loves the
Already
roach.
with the plus 3 for them as well, so this was actually a really well-timed attack. He knew that he could use some of those roaches to attack or to chase the Archons that were running away, and then he would actually like complete his attack with the 2 groups coming together at the third, right when +2 was finishing.
It's Dark. Dark has that game sense like no other. He saw the events of this game lining up for him. The stars aligned. I mean, I think Nightmare's just dead here. Dark's got a 4th base, almost done. He might not be able to push up this ramp right now, but I think he's just going to get like way too far ahead.
I can't tell how long it will be for Dark's 5th base, but that one might also be almost done.
He's got... Oh yeah, he does have a 5th on the way. You're right. It's not quite there yet.
Halfway.
But it's 4 base to 2 now, so I think Dark's pretty happy with this situation.
I think Dark's in a really good spot right here. I think I'd have to agree with that.
Nightmare's
But there is the Robo Bay coming up
Disruptors.
anyways.
Yeah. I mean, if there's any comeback unit against Roach Ravager, it's the Disruptor.
They got nerfed, right?
They did. It was a very slight nerf.
Go on.
I think their radius changed by like 0.25 or something. It's like a very slight decrease in the AoE.
Oh man, Chickenman.
Still very good against Roaches and Ravagers. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see another insane stasis ward.
Stasis wards.
I mean, these have been the game-changing stasis wards for Nightmare, but I don't think this one's going to change the game.
Do you think that Nightmare is going to wait for the Disruptor to pop?
He might. He might go for the one.
No.
I was hoping he'd wait for the one shot just to see if he could get a big one. But Dark takes the 2-1 victory. Just what we were hoping for. A close series, 2-1, but Dark wins it.
That is honestly the perfect outcome. It's playing with fire, though. When it's a best of 3, hoping for the back and forth, it's very dangerous. Especially when usually you're cheering for Sue. Because any back and forth with Sue, it's got the opportunity to steamroll in the wrong direction.
It's true. It's true. I miss Sue. I need more Sue in my life.
I don't know what the plan is.
Oh yeah. Do
What
you want to join with Dave and triple cast?
The Korean way?
Exactly.
We could try, but I don't really know how to do it, to be honest.
But
But it is what I grew up with, but
Yeah.
I didn't actually understand what they were saying.
that's kind of
Other than Pagu.
kind of what it'll be for us. But like
Okay.
even if you speak English.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah. Pagu! Hey, boo.
Hello. Sorry, I didn't know I was gonna make a new call.
Hola.
There he is.
Oh.
What's up?
What's up? What's our finals here? We know who won Cure Classic?
Who
Oh, it
won
was
Cure
Classic.
Classic? We do not.
I think it was Classic because
It
he's
had
in the
to-
party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
it
was
might be
gonna
classic.
Damn, Classic beat Cure, the Protoss Slayer.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I can't not see classic as a Terran player. I'm sorry.
Just forever a Terran player in your eyes.
That's funny.
Someone said, didn't know you still played Caitlyn. Played what?
Caitlyn. Never played the game Caitlyn?
I mean, you're
No.
Caitlyn. Shouldn't you have played
Sounds
the
like a
game
pretty
Caitlyn?
mid-game.
Mid-game.
Yeah. What's StarCraft?
Based.
Thank you, Kanoya. And thank
Everybody
you,
keeps telling me to play
Illusion,
Dave the
for
Diver, and
subs.
I've still not done it.
Good night, Kanoya. Much love to you guys.
I almost considered it. I watched
Yes,
Loco
StarCraft
play
too.
that the other day, or week.
What is Dave the Diver?
It's literally a game about a diver named Dave that dives for stuff and does stuff with like fish and diver things. Kind of like Scuba Steve.
You know what I started watching, and it's so bad? But you know how your YouTube algorithm gets populated with things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how, algorithms are? Do you know what splunking is?
Oh yeah. Like underwater
Yeah,
cave
like-
diving. Or
Yeah.
just in general, that's cave diving, right? Spelunking.
Yeah, but I only watch the ones where people die.
Jesus.
Right?
Whoa.
It's like true crime, but for
Uh-huh.
splunking.
I hate that.
My YouTube just won't stop showing me these things, and they're like, "This person died in a watery death. They went down this tunnel. Here's what happened." And I watch it, and I'm like, "I hope they don't die."
Oh, that's brutal. Literally.
It's like watching Bambi for the 5th time, being like, "Oh my god, I hope the mom's okay."
Just watching different versions of Bambi. Always wondering, like, hoping this one will go better.
Hang on, I'm gonna do a little
like in different languages, or
yeah, but it's just like a slightly different version, different animation studios doing Bambi, but like the story's always the same.
I've only seen the Disney Bambi.
The Disney Bambi.
I think there is only Disney Bambi. This was
I thought
was a
so.
hypothetical.
Oh yeah, I was getting confused. I'm like, wait a minute.
You guys
well done,
been
sir.
hit? Like, you guys haven't had the whole true crime thing show up on your YouTube channels?
No. No, I mean,
Oh.
maybe you watch some like what's the one my girlfriend and her entire family watches the Forensic Files because her sister's actually a forensic scientist.
Oh, dope.
For the
Yeah,
New
so
York State
it's
Police.
like that, but it's just this one guy, I guess, just does like cave diving versions of it. It's also not really crime, is it?
Well, I mean,
This is a shot.
If
a shocker,
it's
but-
the caves doing the killing, could that be murder?
Can you really blame the cave, though?
Listen, I'm not saying they should get jail time. I'm just saying
You love
they
those
might be
videos.
responsible. You know,
They're addictive, the
the
videos.
crime of passion.
My YouTube algorithm is all StarCraft, Leslie Nielsen, and Star Wars. And then like video game music and then random food reviews.
He was a good friend.
Holy crap, Hupsea's casting too. Got a stacked lobby here. What maps were played with Dark and Nightmare? Hold on, sorry guys, a little we have Liquipedia folks, Mr. Pori
that's true,
Forion
man.
asking.
Yeah, what maps Dark Nightmare played on? I do
was-
not remember. Not.
I can't see
it's
them right now for
totally
some
gone
reason.
in my brain.
I can describe them, but I don't know the name of any of them.
So
I
bad.
thought
Even though I
Alcyone-
played hundreds
It
of games.
was.
on
No, else.
Yeah, game 1
Was it?
was Alcyone. Then game 2 was Oceanborn. Then game 3. What happened in game 3?
Game 3 was the big roach surround. It was on
Site Delta.
Site Delta. Yeah, you're better. Damn, Chicken Man, you don't grind ladder like me, and you're better at the maps than I am.
Honestly,
this
we got
season.
really lucky with this one.
That was good.
Are we still calling Classic Chin Toss, or are we like concerned about making people feel bad about their face?
I haven't in a long time, but I think that's a perfectly reasonable thing to do.
Is it?
It's still said. It's still said. He's
Okay.
usually.
We don't see him on TV as much these days, I feel like. So
Yeah.
it's not as prevalent in my mind.
Right.
It's a weird one because Classic is very attractive,
Yeah.
so it's not a bad thing to be the chin toss. But
no. Classic with the Giga Chad chin.
yeah, basically, right?
It's what he's known for. It's his defining feature. I
Other
wish
than
I
being
had a chin.
Terran.
Right, of course.
Exactly.
Definitely the Terran in this match.
And what are you talking about, Montana? You're an absolutely beautiful man. See, for me, I don't even have hair. People identify me by a freaking hat.
You know, some people don't need hair. So I lean on my hair. If I didn't have that, it'd be nothing. You can play guitar though. That's hot.
It's had its pros. So yeah, got a little harass here.
Oh yeah, you gotta steal those minerals. You know, it's funny we didn't get Dark Hero, but we still have Dark against the Protoss in the finals.
Do you think
Yeah,
this is
it
going to
is.
be better for the Dark then? Or do you think it's going to be about the same?
I think this will be better, just because Hero's been on a pretty heavy streak against Dark.
Yeah.
Do you ever like watch a TV show and then a character on that show does something and you feel slighted by them, even though it's just a TV show?
Uh-huh.
Like you trusted them.
Yeah.
And they
Do you know that one comedy series, GSL? Well, one time the character Classic, he beat Sue in a way that really upset me. And that was like 8 years ago, and I haven't gotten over it.
You know that comedy show,
I understand.
Well played, Caitlin. Well played.
So I actually can't even see Classic against Dark without getting mildly triggered and being like thrown back to that.
You're just still upset about that series. It lives in your mind rent free.
It does. It actually does. That was the first thing I ever said to Sue. Was he was standing beside Classic, and he was standing beside someone else as well. But Classic is the one, anyways. And the other was Zest. And I said, "How do you lose to these guys?" Because he had lost his first 2 GSLs. This was before he had lost like 6 GSLs. He had lost his first 2, and I was against Zest and Classic. And I was like, "How do you lose to these guys?"
Yeah, that's good. And answering Pori here, the other thing, he goes, who won the maps? It was Dark, Classic, and Dark in that order.
Nightmare. Dark, Nightmare, Dark.
Or Nightmare, Dark, Nightmare. What? Yeah, we're watching Classic.
No, it was Hero. It was Dark,
yeah.
Hero, Dark.
Right, yeah. It was Sue, Classic, Sue. For sure.
Oh,
I don't know, guys. All I know is this conversation's getting so dark, I'm just going to have nightmares.
It's a classic Dave
No,
joke.
Hero.
Oh, man. That was such a bad joke.
Well, that's what we expect. We're not here for the good jokes. If you guys want like good jokes, I think Steadfast is casting too. So.
True.
Dark's building 6 overlords.
Yeah. So holy crap! It's basically he's going full laser mode.
Yeah, did he just like get supply blocked and get upset about it?
I think he did.
Yeah, the gold base, it makes it hard to use your minerals because when the drones pop for it, it's really hard to do the math for it.
I believe it.
Usually you would only see that many overlords if like your roach horn is halfway through and then you make the surplus of overlords to get ready for the roaches.
Yeah.
But the gold base, it is weird.
I was actually looking for the roach horn, expecting roaches to start up, but then we just like built drones instead.
No, because it would have been too late for those overlords. Like you would have had to see the roach horn in the production tab, or it would have been. There's no way Dark would make that mistake.
Oddly enough, I think this is a good read from Dark. I mean, I know he tends to go into Roach. Oh no, very unlucky for Classic though.
Yeah, actually shading out of there. I think he'll still be able to keep this Nexus alive though, so it should be okay. But Dark knows what he's up against now. Sees all these adepts.
Yep.
This is pretty wild, being able to saturate 3 bases pretty much like very healthily against this. So this is gonna have a really strong counterattack after it's held.
Yeah, a lot of roaches on the way. Adepts already starting to go down. Classic needs to get some drone damage, I feel like, to make this feel worth it, but you're right. There's going to be a huge counterattack after this from Dark. He's going to have a lot of units out. Look at the army splice, 58-17.
Yeah.
Is he going to wait for roach speed, or is he just going to walk his roaches against the creep that's like almost at his base?
I think he just needs to go. He's got
he's going full send.
No.
Well, yeah, he might wait for him one more cycle, but yeah, knowing Dark, he's just going to go right across the map, I'm assuming. Yep. Huh?
Classic
yeah, he's gathering up his forces.
Shield battery yet. Oh, Dark,
yeah.
Please. He's just got to go. The longer he waits, I feel like the better this is for Classic, because he is warping in Stalkers. He's got Blink on the way. He's got Sentries, Oracle, and a Void Ray.
Yeah, so Dark only got that one Zergling close enough to the 3rd to see that it started, but he didn't actually know that there was no shield battery yet. So just to be extra safe, I guess he waited for the Ravagers to finish.
Yeah, trying to get as much use as he can. Gonna try to take down the shield battery now. The Lings are already here. This still feels like too much. Classic is gonna tap out. Dark. Too many roaches once again.
Now, if Caster Maddox was with us, I would love to ask Dark if he actually was going for that. Because the timing was a little weird, and like you were saying, Caitlin, it's kind of how stuff matches out with the gold base and how he was droning. But I'm wondering if it actually was truly reactive, or was it of a blind builder, counter a little bit.
What I think is that he didn't expect to be able to macro so much.
Oh, Inu. Yeah, I could ask him.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of harassments early on, right? There wasn't like double Oracle, double Adept trying to harass and poke. So he just got up to that drone count super quick. I think you're right.
Yeah.
You know, I'll ask Inu after this.
What?
That's a good point. Pori Forian was saying, why don't you ask into the Inu? He's a Korean. I mean, he speaks to like speaks a good amount of English. Yeah.
Do an interview.
Or not an interview. I was just gonna ask him the question if he can type it. You know, I don't know if he'd do that. And I'm wondering what he's casting, and I wanted to ask him because Koreans and Twitch, you know.
Oh yeah.
I feel really bad for the Koreans right now. Did you hear about that, Caitlin?
No.
Yeah, they can't stream on Twitch anymore in Korea.
Yeah, Twitch is
pulling
Twitch
out
is
of
like
them.
fully closed in Korea. You can't stream.
Oh. What?
On the website.
I get all of my news from Twitch chat, so this was actually on my chat for not telling me.
Yeah, I'm chat. What the hell are you doing? Step it up.
When did that happen?
Like 2 days ago.
Just 2 days ago, yeah. And people were asking who all is casting. I'm just gonna say it. We have Ms. Caitlin, we have Mr. Chickenman, and we have some guy named Dave Testa.
Dave Testa.
And we have the gorgeous Classic in this game, and Dark, who's currently up 1.
I mean, let's be real. Dark's a bit of a Chad too.
Dark is also very gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's true.
He's got that like.
I didn't
that big gamer.
say that like it was
look.
exclusionary, or one or the other.
I really feel like he could be like, kind of like MC used to do. Let's be real. MC was the GOAT for theatrics and StarCraft, but Dark could totally pull off an MC kind of thing, like how the Undertaker was done with MC. I could see him pulling something off. Like, what if he was like Ultimate Warrior or something? No.
Are you talking about the Undertaker and Mankind?
Oh, like WWE,
Yeah.
formerly WWF. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed.
I thought
missed all of
WWE
that.
was the panda. Now I don't know what's real.
No, that's WWF.
WWF the panda?
WWF is
Yeah.
the panda, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. WCW.
It up.
That's what you're thinking of.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
World Championship Wrestling.
I mean, we won't hold it against you, Kaylin. We know you're Canadian and all, so Canadians are too cool for that stuff,
Really? I watched wrestling as a kid.
I'm only teasing you. Only teasing.
I thought Canadian wrestling was just hockey.
I don't watch
I
hockey.
mean-
What? I thought you were Canadian. Isn't that against
Yeah,
the law?
I figure skate 6 to 7 times
that
against-
a week.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to say she is quite the skater. I saw some of those moves, Kaylin. You're pretty good.
I'm a skater girl.
You're
Skater
pretty
girl
heckin'
gamer.
good. Mm-hmm.
Damn. That's extra cool. That's like hero level. Skating in,
That is.
winning GSLs. It's basically you, but on ice.
Yo, I got a good nickname for Kaylin now. You're Skatelin.
Skatelin, I've heard that before, but I don't know why.
Probably back to that sounds like something that you'd hear in like elementary school or something.
Absolutely. Oh my god, Dave, did you just say elementary?
Yeah, I
Yes.
heard that
Okay,
too.
this must be an upstate New York thing because I say that and people give me shit for it all the time.
Based.
that's
The overlap
incredible.
of Chicken Man and Dave being from upstate.
We're the only
So
ones
I
who
actually-
pronounce it that way.
That's awesome, dude.
Basically, even through university, like up until university, I only ever had one nickname, really, because I had like no friends. So this whole nicknames territory, very like I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it. Not a thing.
It's new
Not
to
a
you.
thing.
It's new.
Yeah. We got to come up
Well,
with
that's
more
a shame.
nicknames for you then.
Usually the only nicknames I hear are like nice race.
Yeah. That sounds
No
about right.
skill.
Oh,
Cheeser.
so,
Play a
so
real
you
race. Yeah. Yeah, four base macros, Eric. All you ever do is cheese.
well, you might see me on the ladder sometimes now. Get Kaylin on your main race this time, and you know
Your
that you know
master?
damn well it's gonna be me when you see your nice race and
yeah,
pause
yeah.
spam.
Oh yeah.
But we played.
You
Yeah,
know
I
it's
heard you
Dave if
harass
there's pause
Capture.
spam.
Yep. And then I say Terran Imba, even though it's a PVZ.
Honestly, especially
anyway.
with PVZ.
Classic
Yup.
is a Terran. I can't. The first race you play is your race forever.
That's true. That's how it works.
So we're all Terrans.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
We're all
honestly.
Terrans. Ooh, this is
It's
some
gross,
good damage for
but yeah.
Classic, though. You can get like 9 drones
Yo.
here.
Oh no!
Sick Oracle control. Holy shit.
Third.
Hey.
Damn.
Oh, the 3 oracles hitting the third.
That's sick. Classic.
Hero, we know you're lurking around in chat. Hero's probably watching Kaylin right now. He probably heard, yo, Kaylin's... Remember that? Kaylin, when we were on the other week, and Hero's all like... You're like, Hero's gonna know who I am right here. No sooner than she said it. No sooner than she said it.
I mean, Hero knows
Hero is-
everybody cool,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. He knows all the other
Oh, yeah.
skaters.
Yeah.
Dark is all inning right now.
Yeah.
He's like, you killed 10 drones. Fine. I'll just make all Lings and Banes. And he's gonna Bane bust.
And
Oh
the
my
+1
God.
melee kicking in,
these
and
poor
there we
pros.
go.
No shield.
These pros.
No shield.
Oh no!
Oh, man, that was
ways.
painful.
All sides.
The oracles are out of energy. Classic's third is in shambles. Can he pull it
Nice.
together? There's no shield battery in the
There's
natural.
Stalker
Oh
with no backup
dude.
shield battery.
There's a force field.
There's no shield.
Oh,
Look, if he had a
the
shield
Bane
battery
looks
in-
it, though.
Oh.
Oh,
If he had a
man.
shield battery in the net and in the third, he would have probably held it.
The
Classic.
macro was a bait.
He was just so not ready for this. And now I think it's too late. The Bane Bust is going to win game 2.
Oh, not
Well.
really going down, but
GG.
there it is.
Well, I'm gonna have to refer to this replay, the score pulling, the next time I hear if she ever plays StarCraft again. When she was complaining, I don't know what to do with Bane Bust anymore against Protoss. Let's say,
Just Bane
just
Bust.
watch Dark
Just watch Dark.
in game 2, and the finals of KSL week 38. So Caitlin,
Yeah.
I got some statistics for you. We've reached over $20,000. We being the community
It's
in
amazing.
the Korean StarCraft League for Korean StarCraft.
That's
at a
amazing.
time
That's
where-
so. Oh, that's amazing.
And if you didn't know, we're pretty much, they didn't fully say it, but we were under the impression that they were keeping eyes on us when GSL was, had massive cuts as well as ESL. And they actually kind of saw the community coming together when it first started. And that's when they just shortly, I'd say it was about a month and a half, would you say, Chickenman, after we did this, they decided to make GSL go to community funding
Yeah.
as a boost.
They were copying our notes, They were looking over like, oh, it's a good idea.
What is this KSL? Yeah.
Hold on. Patreon? Let's give it a shot. Replays. Easy.
Yep.
Nice. The replays are really important, honestly.
I'm so glad I'm not drinking
are.
tonight, guys.
The replays give you so much intel.
I was never a replay watcher, which is probably why
Very
I was never
good.
good at StarCraft.
You're not bad, dude.
Even just for knowing what's going. Okay, if you ever watch a replay from a pro player's POV, it changes everything. Like everything you thought was true with the game.
It's really it's so insane how fast they are.
Oh yeah. It really is. If you look at like just at the end of the game, sometimes I'll rather than pulling up the every so often I'll pull up the APM when something crazy's going on. I'm like, just out of curiosity, how much are these guys working right now? And it's just nuts to see sometimes.
Even when they're doing what seems like nothing, they're doing so much.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's actually correct.
Not even contesting the second. Perfectly happy with taking the third.
No, it's funny because if Dark wants his natural base, he will force it. He will bring a second drone down. He'll take a 14 hatch. If he wants it, he'll do everything he can to get it.
When does he decide to do that?
Usually if he's going to attack.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a tell almost. He doesn't do it 100% of the time,
worry.
but like if I see him take like a 14 hatch, I'm like, oh, Roach Warren's coming down soon.
Yeah. And funnily enough, like Dark will do things a little. More so. What's cool about Dark and what's a double cool thing? Cyril, I guess, was actually studying Dark, and that's why he's been shaking things up a bit lately, which is cool to see because I always love Cyril. He's the GOAT. Who doesn't love Cyril? But at the same time, I kind of at times be like, well, here we go. It's going to be the same kind of standard, kind of boring. He's just going to do his thing. He's going to be patient. He's going to macro it up, and he's going to go into a Roach Ravager, Speedling, push back, and not even cheese, but just, a reaction. He just steamrolls the Protoss most of the time. But he's been shaking it up and actually taking some Dark builds.
Ooh, going back to classic Cyril.
Yep.
I feel like Dark's the perfect person for Cyril to learn from at this point.
Yeah. For sure. It's like next level. He's going to transcend.
I mean, if he could have all the powers of Dark and all the powers of Cyril, he'd be unstoppable.
Yeah. And if his last name was Maytag, he'd be Rainer because he'd be washed.
See, I think
I'm joking.
Slowly just
I think
ban
Dark
you.
could learn a thing or two from Cyril.
No, Rainer would be laughing right now. I'm just only saying it because Rainer always says he's washed himself. I obviously don't think Rainer's washed.
I think
What
the
a
hard
good
thing
kid.
of learning from Cyril is that Cyril's game plan is just like, be perfect. It's like, okay, great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks. So helpful. Good advice.
I think Cyril's just always had. Some people, they have this innate ability to read and respond to things, and Life had it, and the other person that I don't know. Not many people have what Cyril has.
Yeah. Well, I think
Because
Cyril's
it's
ability
having
to
that.
scout and figure out what his opponent's doing is just insanely good. I think Dark also has that ability. It's just that they respond very differently to what they scout.
Mm-hmm.
But figuring out what your opponent's doing is hugely important.
Well, Dark coming in with a lot of pressure here, and he doesn't have an Oracle. Well, I mean, we do have an Oracle with some energy, but it's not a lot of Pulsar Beam energy for Classic. So what I'm getting at is I think getting that Adept was actually it's such a small thing, but if Classic had opened double Adept, he'd probably be into a third Adept. But he has literally like nothing to defend. You know what I mean? To take that third. So it really, Dark did a good job delaying the third, if nothing else.
I'm not really sure if Dark delayed the third too much. I think that first pylon in the corner was to help establish the third.
Yeah, but normally with this
At
build,
4 minutes, 350, I guess.
yeah, normally
I
this
guess
build
by
you'd be
30
taking a
seconds
quicker
is the weekend.
Nexus.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, it's not a bad time Nexus by any means, but
Yeah.
it's
I guess I just assumed that because the pylon was made in the corner that he was waiting for that to do the Nexus. But yeah, I think 350 is like the more correct timing.
Classic.
And it went down at 420.
He was scared.
yo. Look at the saves with the Evos going down by Dark.
Ooh, that Oracle's, yeah, the Oracle's going down.
Oof.
I guess he's not playing against Hero.
6 drones is pretty good, but losing an Oracle is painful.
Oh, but he has a third one coming down behind it.
Is he gonna let this Roach Horn in this Evo chamber finish?
I have a weird feeling. Yeah, he's just gonna
did.
go with it like it's a
That's
build.
incredible.
Dark is such a baller. He's just like, I don't care where they are.
Yeah.
Let's just go with it. I'm going into
You know what?
ranged attacks.
I needed those anyways.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Where you least expect it.
True. Oh, nice catches.
You know, some annoying things back and forth here. You
There
know
we
who I
go.
miss? Speaking of Oracle control, I miss Trap.
Oh, for real.
Cute. Yeah.
For real. Trap and Rogue.
Ah, so many good players.
In Classic right now, Rogue versus Classic was the most Dave game ever played in StarCraft 2. I was reminiscing on this.
I mean,
Where's
that
Deer
In
at?
2019,
was beautiful.
with Cannon Rush into a proxy pylon with Blink DT sniping the lair. Oh,
I threw my voice out screaming for Classic when he blinked those DTs into Rogue's main.
yeah. And it was Roddy
feel
and Roddy and Artosis of all people casting it too.
I feel like Trap had his moment in what was the first StarCraft 2 expansion called? Wings of Liberty. I feel like Trap had his moment then. And then it was kind of hard. I feel like it's hard for Protosses to like break out of the pack. Like even when Deer had his moment, I feel like he didn't transcend everything like Classic and Hero have.
Deer
if
always
only-
felt like he was one of the many Protosses.
I don't know why though, because he was definitely good, but I feel like he never broke out like some of the other Protosses did.
Yeah.
Now speaking of interesting situations, Dark's going for a very dark strategy here. He's got that Spire finishing. I don't think this is going to be Corruptors. I think it could be a good read.
So
He's going right into Mutas.
This actually looks exactly like a Serral build, where you have the 8 roaches and they go into Ravagers. So you do like Ling, Ravager, specifically 8 Ravagers, and then yeah, you have some Mutas.
But the timing of this, I think Dark might not even. He might have.
I
some
don't think
Ravs,
he's doing Ravagers because he doesn't
don't
really have
either.
the gas for it, but he might like morph some closer to the base to deal with something.
Oh, did he see the Mutas? He's going to.
Yeah,
Potentially.
this like Ling Roach Muta, like this is very much Serral.
Maybe
Wait,
Dark
I don't
has
think-
been learning from Serral.
I
I told you, Dark's been paying
always
attention to you.
something
You
to
know,
learn from Serral.
he learns from you, and
Yep.
you learn from Serral. So
I learned from Serral.
Oh,
it's
this
true.
is so annoying.
Cinnamon.
yeah, this is really, really nice for Dark. Dealing with this before Blink, with like Archons
Oh.
and trying to warp Stalkers in. This is so painful. At the same
And
time,
he's just microing the hell out of these Mutas.
yeah, they're gonna get so
so
many probes.
tasty, all
No
those
shield
probes.
battery or cannon in the main. The Roaches are getting pushed back on the other side though. So Dark's got to be
Yes.
careful to make sure he has enough ground army to deal with the ground army of Classic.
So the way that Serral deals with this is he has a lot of Banes. I don't think that's Dark's style.
It's
I think
not.
the 25 gas is more about going into the roaches.
Yep. Why build Banes when you could just build more Roaches?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't even die after they hit once.
Right? Think about it.
You don't feel them hit, but they don't die.
Yeah.
Well, funnily
Oh,
enough,
no,
what's
Classic.
crazy, I don't know about either of you, but what's crazy about this is it's actually not that bad for it could potentially not be that bad for Classic, but now we're starting to see some Lings trickling. I was about to say there's not too many Zerglings. One Immortal getting traps kind of rough, but
That Immortal, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna really hurt.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
hate this for Classic though. I mean, he is holding
No.
right now, and the thing is, the longer this goes, the more Dark is stuck on a bunch of Roaches, which is not particularly.
He has the
ideal.
Hydras coming. So I guess this really depends on if he's going to get Lurkers or Vipers in time, or
Yeah.
if Classic is going to hit like the critical mass of Immortal Archon to deal with the layer 2/2 army.
Yeah, there's not even a Lurker Den or a Hive. The Infestation bit just going down now. I think Dark's more more concerned just getting the Roach Hydra army up.
This is really looking like Heart of the Swarm now.
Yeah.
Well, we do have charge on the side of Classic.
It's
I guess
honestly
the
too
deal-
bad that killing like 30 probes doesn't also make Archons disappear.
No, it does not. Those Archons stay alive. Ooh, Classic kind of taking a fight over on the right-hand side. I think the Roaches and Hydras might be able to win the left, but Classic is doing a spectacular job defending right now.
I feel like we're watching Showtime and not Classic. Like how he's been playing some of this.
I mean, I feel like those guys actually are very similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah, in some regards, like obviously Classic could be a little cheeky and avant-garde a little more, but
Yeah, these are really difficult decisions that Classic's making by breaking up his army because his units are slow. Like these are dangerous fights to take, even if he has a stronger army than Dark. But he's doing it. You can really see the difference between Classic and Nightmare with these attacks.
Yeah, I mean, Classic's utilizing these Blink Stalkers so well, bringing a little bit of that hero juice to it.
Classic is being more aggressive with a weaker army than Nightmare was, and against a stronger. Yeah, because the Hydras are scary here.
Man, that's so.
Oh,
many
he lost the War
Hydras.
Prism.
Classic
Losing the
doing
Prism
his
was huge.
absolute best. The Prism's crucial. Stasis traps? Hold on, those have been Dark's weakness. But Dark just has too much stuff.
Now, the thing of it is I mentioned it before, he did open with charge, so it was Immortal Archon charge a lot. What he really should have done right there, instead of warping in more Stalkers, he should have got around his Zealots and tried to set up, well, just the same as you do with Zerg. Zealots are pretty good against Hydras. I think he needed if he got against the
Hydras, yeah, but probably not on creep in like into the chokes.
Yeah, well,
against
the
a concave.
concave was so big there for Dark. I think that's what really did it. Like, you can blink back all day, but as we learned from Tasteless, concave greater than convex.
True.
Yeah.
I think he's onto something with that.
And this is a problem we see a lot of Protoss get into, folks. He doesn't have Storm yet,
He's
and at the
trying
same
to
time,
wait for it, but he just can't afford to. But I think it's too late. Too little, too
that's a
late.
3-0.
Dark 3-0's Classic in the finals.
It's such a hard tell for Classic to make because the Hydras popped at the exact right time. There was no way to scout that.
Yeah, and I think if Dark had reinforced with a bunch of Roaches instead of a bunch of Hydras, the Blink Stalkers would have been fantastic. But because he just went full Meal Micah and held the H key down, it ended up going pretty poorly for the Blink Stalkers. Dark holds on.
Wait, did Classic not take any games?
Didn't take a single game.
Nope.
Oh my god, Dark won! Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Yeah.
The chin was not strong enough.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a 3-0.
Wow, Dark!
Yeah.
Let's go!
Pretty quick one.
Oh my
quick
god.
one.
Yeah. A super quick tournament. It's like less than 2.5 hours.
That is definitely the fastest one yet.
Wow. See, this is also, that last game is one of those things where it's like, it looks so easy. And if you were to do what Dark did on ladder, you would think, oh, I can beat like a Protoss on 4 bases with Roach Hydra. But it really very specifically requires a Protoss that is so good
Yeah.
that they know the exact time to attack. And you are so good that you make your Hydras at the exact correct time.
Yeah.
Like, it really requires both of you to be so good that it goes horribly in your favor.
Well, and
for sure.
the mutas into the Hydras ends up being so smart because you can't go into Colossi if there's a Spire, right? That would be the stupidest decision.
No.
So all of a sudden, your Hydras don't have an immediate counter because Storm hasn't been researched yet. So you end up in this
That's
weird
true,
spot where the
but,
Protoss can't just build the obvious counter. I feel like.
So people do end up doing Colossus against like the 8 mutas, but
Yeah, I mean, oddly enough, it's how you open though. If you open Stargate, it's really hard to do. If you did something like a DT opener, then you could actually do it. As weird as it sounds, I just know because that's kind of how I will play.
Yeah,
it's 50-50.
the limiting factor was kind of there in the opening.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's a good game.
very cool stuff. And Caitlin, I bet you're gonna say no. Out of curiosity.
Wait,
Are
that
you-
means Nightmare took a game off Dark,
Yeah,
but Classic didn't take
but
any games
Classic
off
did
Dark.
not.
Wow. And it was the game where, well, okay, it's the 2 Archons were done on time, Dark overcommitted. But
Yeah.
Nightmare was playing overly cautious
Mhm.
and won.
Maybe if Classic had played more cautious. Maybe that was the
It's-
secret.
Like, yes, but he would have looked so silly not going for the kill. like he was there, he was splitting his army perfectly. There was like no way to scout what had just happened because Hydra's build very, very quickly. I think it was like 24 seconds or like something like that in the old timing. Like that sounds crazy fast, but it was really fast.
Yeah. Sorry. Caitlin, are you by any chance? I probably doubt it. But out of curiosity, are you going to DreamHack in Atlanta?
In Atlanta? Probably not. No, I don't bother traveling in North America anymore. Only Europe and like outside of North America.
Understandable.
Oh, rip.
Understandable.
Yeah, fair enough.
Isn't it like in December?
Yeah, it's next week.
Yeah, it's literally next week.
Next
that's why I was.
week?
That's why I was
'cause
asking.
my school doesn't go on break for like another 2 weeks, and then I'll
Oof.
probably try to get to Europe if I can.
Nice.
Yeah, I got you. That's
Yeah, I realized like on my 4th BlizzCon that NA just doesn't hit like it once did.
Well, I have a huge. I'll be honest. At that note, because of COVID and everything, we destroyed. Shout out to NA. The turnout in IEM Katowice in Atlanta last year. Chickenman knows. They didn't have enough
yeah.
seats for anybody. They kept having to bring more and more, and before you knew it, it was freaking packed. And it was not for Fortnite and Overwatch and things like that.
No, I think the StarCraft audience was way bigger than they had expected.
Wild. I used to get really bitter because at BlizzCon I would never get to watch the finals, even though I was like in GM and actually play the game. But they would always close the main hall. So I remember like
Oh,
one of the ones that why am I forgetting his name? Maybe Life Through to him. We're not really sure, honestly, because the loss was so weird. Protoss player, Cheeky, beat Hero with Heresy Zealots in his base. Beat Jaedong, broke everyone's heart. I think it starts with an S.
SOS?
Yeah, SOS.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching like SOS beat Life on like a monitor
SOS
outside
is
of the
my
Grand
favorite
Hall at BlizzCon with cats, because if you ever left and you didn't just like sit in
Oh, they
there
wouldn't
because
let
you had
you
things
back
to
in.
do. Yeah, they wouldn't let
Oh
you
my
back in,
God.
even though you're like the literal pro players that play the game.
I'm top
Yeah,
200.
true, sorry, it's $sign, no $sign.
I'm top 200.
So yeah, I ended up I kept going to all these BlizzCons and then not even getting to watch the finals in the stadium.
Damn.
That do be a rough. Chickenman, I'm having a little technical issue with the replays, sir. Because I did a weird naming thing and added all the Korean. I did like player block or something, and it won't let me change them back to the normal player name. Like, you know, as the whatever crew for Dark. So I can't compress them.
Oh, well, just send them to me separate, and then maybe I can.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
I'll let you know if I can.
Gotcha. Sorry to cut you off. Caitlin too, Ed, and Chickenman too. Good job. Chickenman
Yeah,
usually cast.
it
I
was
do. It's been a
good
while
to-
for Caitlin.
Finally cast with you, Caitlin.
I think Dark did all the work. I did nothing. Good job to Dark.
That's what casting really is doing nothing but pretending like you were an important part of the game.
Exactly. And we were hanging out, having fun, talking about, you know, Caitlin's YouTube algorithm and
Oh
sorts of
yeah,
other
real
stuff.
fun.
You know, it was good times had by all. You know.
High quality conversations. Yeah.
That's what you and I usually do, Chicken Man. And
It
you know what?
really
And I
is.
was mentioning earlier. The good thing is I was actually sober for once too, Caitlin. I think I was a little tipsy the first time we casted together.
Probably.
I like casting with
but-
sober Dave.
Yeah, it's a little different, you know. Sometimes it's normally when I am sober when we're casting Chicken Man, every time it's like I had like no sleep and was you know, or both of us. That's more accurate. But yeah, no, it's been fun.
Yeah, it was an absolute pleasure
Yeah.
to cast with you guys.
Thanks, Caitlin. It was it's been interesting. You've been wanting to come into cast too. You're like, get me in. So sorry again for last week.
I'm down like every Friday. I told you.
Hell yeah.
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 That's why it's funny that someone said like I didn't know you still play. Like
What?
StarCraft is
And feel free. There's
addictive.
also
There's
other
nothing
people.
like StarCraft. You can't stay away from it.
Yeah.
No matter like
It's
people
kind of
who
rude,
hate this
honestly.
game- people who hate this, yeah, seriously. Like major boundary violation. People who hate this game, they can't stay away.
Yeah,
They really can't.
true.
Nope.
So think about people who like only mildly hate this game. I don't hate StarCraft. StarCraft makes me feel alive like nothing else. A lot of games I start like falling asleep when I play them, but StarCraft is like
It's
enthralling.
so much more engaging than any other game that I think
Yeah,
I've ever played.
It's made
It's
me
just, like,
transition
the
to a
power
complete
that you
Sith.
feel.
When you're hitting on all cylinders, you're hitting those macro cycles, you're microing. Beautiful. It's untouchable. Damn it, now I want to play
That's it.
StarCraft.
I'm
Play
gonna
some
play
StarCraft.
StarCraft.
Hell
Why,
yeah.
why are
Play
you
Star-
not going to play StarCraft?
I
Yo,
gave up on StarCraft.
Don't give
No.
up. Let's do it.
I hate this.
Caitlin, did you end your stream?
No, I'm gonna play StarCraft and then
Why
I should
don't
probably
I
only
see
play
you-
for like half an hour because it's almost 1 a.m. and I'm super tired. But I was
Hmm.
playing before I joined the call, so
What if weird concept? I never say this, and anybody left in my chat because they don't usually like Dave talking to people that it's not them, and yelling at them. I'm gonna bite my tongue saying this. What if we did a little 3v3 action?
so I actually find 2s and 3s so boring.
Usually I'm in the same way, is why I'm saying it, but I've been knowing on
I
time and
have to be responsible. I can't do it. I can't
Can't
give
do
I'd
you.
be down, but I'm already stoked to play, so you can't like break that.
1v1, Caitlin.
Yeah,
Zerg
I'm
against my
already,
Protoss.
Get it.
I'm already too excited to play. So
That's what I'm saying.
you want me to 1v1 you?
Yeah.
Show
You're
me.
Zerg.
Okay.
Do it right
Protoss.
Invite
Show
me.
match.
What's the what are
Madison
the
Square
dates?
Garden. I want Holyfield. I mean, wrong situation.
now. No, I was
If I win, I need a dono to my jacket goal for medical school. My professional jacket for professional medical school.
Monka S. I'm kind of strapped, but I'll see what I can do. Well, maybe
It
we
can
can
be
get some
50
shrimps
cents.
in chat.
just
it
yeah,
can be-
make chat do it.
Exactly.
But that's the real show match. Like
Okay.
I'm gonna be
Oh, that's-
responsible and
Go to bed.
well, I'm gonna go do a bunch of stuff for the next 4 hours, and then I'm gonna go to bed, so I can go to work tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, man.
But,
No,
it's good hanging out with you guys. Good luck in your 1v1.
you too. I'm not gonna be able to go to bed, and I'm sober too. So I'm like, I'm good, but I'll
Wait, who are
be
you
able to
wishing
wake up
luck
early. It's
to?
gonna be beautiful.
Both of you. I want you both to have good luck. But
Oh,
Dave's
and
gonna
both
cheese,
win.
so
Mm-hmm.
no, I want the
Totally.
better player to win. This is StarCraft. This is pure skill.
You say that, but remember when I took that game off Steadfast, Chicken Man? Who was the cheeser? It was not me.
It's true. That's true. You were the more skilled that game.
Oh,
Oh, I could actually lose then.
It's true. You got to be careful. Dave's good.
Sometimes. Not consistently.
Invite. I wanna play
Where
now.
are you on Korea? Go to NA.
No,
Why would
I'm
we
on
want to
NA.
play with?
I'm
Oh,
on
you are?
NA.
Where are you? What channel?
I've been on NA for like 5 minutes. Just
Are we friends on
waiting to
StarCraft?
play.
They added.
Go, go,
Add
go.
me.
Good night, guys.
All right.
I
Good
love
night.
you.
Sorry. Love you too. Caitlin, could you?
All right. I gotta go be responsible. I gotta gather replays for this, and yeah, I gotta work in the morning. What's up, Fractal? I love you, and I will never leave you, StarCraft. It's an abusive relationship, Fractal. You know it. I'm gonna head out. I'll be live on Neuro's channel tomorrow. If any of you guys want to watch Neuro, Apop, and I do whiskey tasting, we'll be on Neuro's channel tomorrow doing that. Getting drunk. So I have to be responsible tonight so I can be irresponsible tomorrow. Yeah. So you guys have a good night. I'll see you there. And then Sunday I'll be casting here. I'm going to be casting OSC stuff here on Sunday. So yeah. I'm going to raid Caitlin. All right, much love. Be good, guys.